Good afternoon to all the insane, crazy people in the United States, and for the rest of you insane people in the world. I hope y'all doing well. Well, it's be inspected for an insane person. I mean, I know a lot of you insane people, and I know you have your good days and your bad days. I was watching Kim Jong Un the other day when he realized his sister's probably going to kill him and take over North Korea. He didn't look real happy either, man. He had this look on his face. She's looking at him like with this side eye, these black eyes, just kind of staring at him sideways, like, go to sleep. Kim, you tired. Oh, Kim, don't you feel tired? Oh, brother, come here. Put your head on my poisoned bosom, you bastard. Um, well, she's the one that wanted to go meet Trump, and they said no because they were scared she'd try to poison Trump. They say her choice of deadly weapons is poison.
Really?
Yeah.
Trump at this time. Let's just
Well,
say that.
she had met with these two girls, these two dissidents that had got out of North Korea somehow, and she had met with them in the UK, and both of them died from some strange genetic disease that only seemed to affect the two of them and nobody else. It was like it was genetically engineered for them.
If this lady will let her citizens watch independent films now, then I want her to be president of North Korea. Because over there, if you watch an independent film like Gino, you're dead.
You can't watch. Look, put it this way. So I don't know how many North Koreans looked at the chat. I've never really checked, but I know on UFO Undercover there's about 37 North Koreans listen to it. It started out with one like 20 years ago, and it took that long to get to 37 people. I have no idea who they are, how they're listening, where they are. I mean, half of North Korea don't even have power. None of it has internet, except in maybe downtown at the major cities. So I don't even know how they're getting this, but they're getting this because it's showing up on the servers.
UFO and Sasquatch will save you, North Koreans.
Yes,
Just
they
wait.
might. You never know. They love
They're
us.
rising up. They're rising up.
Wait, why are we not? Oh, there we are. Okay. Oh, there we go. We're back to normal. What do you mean like this, Chris? I hate this look. Yeah, that looks stupid. It's like now I feel like I'm being like I'm a sandwich between Jay and Jeff, man. It's like Queer Land or some
my
shit,
teeth. I think I
man.
have weed all on my teeth.
So yeah, you see, yeah, look. So we don't want it like that. No, let's put it back like this. There we go. Yes, that's better.
That off. I don't know.
No. I'm the boss. I'm supposed to be over here. Okay, there we go. That's better. What's that, Gene? Oh, I don't know. I'll put it up in a little while. It should be up there. I don't know why the
I
banner's
got a
not there.
good movie for you, Joe. It's on HBO Max. It's old by Jim Jarmusch. It's called Down by Law. Has Tom Waits in it and Robert something. He's been in a lot of movies. But anyway, oh, and Benini, that Italian actor, and they're in that they're criminals in a prison. They escape in Louisiana and they're running through the swamps. And it's like a black and white weird Jim Jarmusch movie. But it's in
Oh,
the film Down by Law.
yeah, I think I've seen it. It's
What's
or I've
good?
seen one like it. It's I don't know if it's the
It's
same
called
one or
Dead
not, but
Man 2 with Johnny Depp and Native
yeah,
Americans. It's black and white by Jim Jarmusch. It's really good. It's like
yeah.
a
They
trip.
there's one from like the 60s or 70s when they escape out of out of the prison down there in the swamp. And they chase him through the swamp for days on it and stuff. But the difference is them two boys were from the swamp. So if you know the swamp's a safe place for you. If you don't know the swamp, it's not a safe place for you. It's a deadly place.
They have
Uh, Jimmy, there's all
YouTube
kind of stuff.
Criterion Closet, which is like the Criterion movie collection. They have these little segments called the Criterion Closet, where like Robert De Niro, big actors or actresses come in and pick like crazy independent movies. So you get a lot of ideas from it of good stuff I've never even heard of
All
foreign
right.
films.
Both rumbles should be kicking in right about
Good
now.
deal. Go for it, Rumbles. Oh, you mean the I-95 song? Yeah, we'll play it a little bit. Why? Who you know is an asshole? Yeah, no, we'll play it. Yeah, I'll find it in a minute and play it. No, we do origins all the time. So we've been working on this new book. It's a new theory and a new book actually. Oh man, I wanted to talk to John about a ghostwriter today. Shit, and I forgot. Anyway, um, proving where the water came from on the planet is a crucial thing because when you de-ice the planet, or when you if you go to the city off the coast of Cuba and you take 2,000 feet of water away to get to land, so that city is actually on land, the Gulf of Mexico don't even have any water in it. the Pacific becomes a pond. It's not even connected to any other ocean. So there's land that connects all of that. Screw the land bridge at the Bering Straits. You could walk across almost anywhere. Yeah, I mean it's ridiculous to get to that, to get to a city that far down, which there's several of. I mean, basically most of the water on the planet goes bye bye. Now there was an ice age going on, but all that water in the oceans wasn't going to get into that, turn into ice. Yeah, so the water just tells us, because all these cities were built on the coast. All these cities we're talking about, all these new ones, there's 7, 8, 9 new cities they found. They're all built on the coast, but not on our coast, on their coast that existed
the
how many
ancient
thousands of
coast.
years? Yeah. So
Ancient.
they're under 2,000 feet of water. I'm telling you, man. You know what? I got to find that map. I don't know what I did with it, but I got it somewhere. Oh no, that map
That
is
was awesome.
fabulous. It's on
Yeah.
my Facebook page. I just don't know where. I'm probably gonna have to scroll for like a week to find the
Right
damn
on.
thing. Mm,
If I think if you go to the top of the your Facebook wall, there's a magnifying glass that will let you search things on your wall. It won't search all of Facebook, just what's on your wall.
let's see.
I don't have a lighter for my incense. Hold on.
Hey man, will you be smoking incense? What?
Is that what they're calling it now?
Yeah, I thought it was just
Thought it was
called
legal.
marijuana. I mean, I know. He's in Florida. I know it's legal in Florida.
Dragon's blood, bro.
Oh, dragon's blood. Yeah, sure. Okay. If that's what you want to call it,
Mhm.
we don't care. You call it whatever you want, man. We don't care. Hmm.
Yeah, on this network, we don't paint anybody on whatever their habits are. That's up to them to decide.
What are you reading? Oh, you on my page?
Yeah.
What about it? Oh yeah, it tells you. Yeah, it says on marriage. Yeah, it even says when my birthday is. It don't tell you the year, but you should be able to figure that out. What are you talking about? Oh, you mean because it says it in '83? That's true. Yeah, that's when I got married in '83. Yeah, it's gonna be 44
Kara.
years. 44 years. I've been married more than most of you fuckers have been alive.
There you go, Joe. On your actual Facebook profile, go to the like 3 little dash marks, and then you can search your page for that, whatever you're.
Okay, let me see. 3 little
Posting.
dash marks. Oh, do you mean that little? Wait, no, that's
It's a
Facebook
hamburger thing at
Mania.
the top. They call it now. It's been given the nickname the hamburger or the cheeseburger.
I don't see that nowhere, man. You on crack, man.
Sure, there is. Hang on a minute.
I must be in the wrong place. That's all. Yeah, I must just be in the wrong place. Yeah, because that ain't what I'm looking for. No, it's got to be right here somewhere. No, because it's got to be right here. It's the only places it can be. I'm probably just looking at it going, duh. Yeah, probably if that's the sad part. Duh, man.
Could be a
Well,
new
you-
Monsters of God on HBO about the reptile poachers.
Yeah. Oh man, have you? So, one of the
it's
winners.
a set of squares. It's like 9 squares.
Oh yeah, I see them. What about them? What am I doing?
And
I
you
saw
look
it
in there,
says
there's a search
post.
menu.
Oh, it says post. No, I don't want to post. Get the fuck out of there, beat. Yeah, Jeffrey, that story right there. One of the winners of Writer of the Future wrote a story where big game hunters used to come from the future and travel back in time and hunt, big dinosaurs and stuff like that. And eventually they had hunted them to extinction. So they brought a bunch of bombs back and blew a big hole up down there in Yucatan and said that's what happened to the dinosaurs. But what really had happened is they had hunted them to extinction. It's, yeah, it was an interesting, goofy story. It was fun to read. Let's see. No friends,
It's
goose.
interesting to think about a planet that had dinosaurs on it or something similar that didn't die and they just kept evolving into, some people think, creatures, or some might have here they think might have evolved into something, that reptoids and all that stuff.
Well, see, that's the problem for Earth is. So originally they said life was about 750 million years old on Earth. Now they got it back to about 1.2 billion years. But really and truly, the last 5 extinctions happened in the last 700 million years. So if you took man right now and you said we're 2 million years old, and let's say we make it a whole nother million years, then for some reason we die. And then for the next 27, 28, next 30 million years, the world just goes on. Another 10 million years after that, another intelligent species arises on the planet. So you could have an intelligent species every 50 million years and never see the one before you, ever. So we don't even actually really know, other than the occasional O part, um, if really there has been intelligent life on this planet other than us. And we can't tell you if someone became intelligent and left and went and lived somewhere else. Because if
Well, but with the U parts, though, we can determine a few things if they're not hoaxes. The one that's the most, uh, in my mind, the most important is the hammer. It's meteoric iron. It's iron. Iron
Yeah.
wasn't discovered till what, mid-century, first century AD, something like that. We were able to smelt metals earlier, but nothing as hard as iron. There's iron in this hammer, which pushes the entire human timeline back, however old that device
yeah,
is.
but you've got the railroad pick that's
That's what I'm talking
inside
about.
of
Yeah,
yeah. Well, that one's inside of a rock.
yeah, it's in a
So,
rock.
yeah,
with,
so
with petrified wood, or it's not petrified
yeah, with
wood.
petrified. Yeah, well,
wood
it is kind of
It's
petrified.
at the beginning stages of becoming
Yeah.
petrified wood.
So that thing, it dates back pretty old. I mean, it's got 7 zeros in it at least, and actually, Jimmy, it's probably got more than zeros, 7 zeros. I'm just because it's inside of the rock, so the rock had a form around it. That's probably at least a couple million years worth of growth. It's like when they found the sprocket inside the big hunk of coal. So this piece of coal, they estimate, was probably 25 to 75 million years old. And it had a sprocket inside, which means it was there before the coal was.
They also found in alluvial soil, soft rocky soil, in I think it was Siberia, but they were excavating for a building or community or house, whatever they were doing, and in the rubble they found microscopic machined metal, spirals, screw-like type things, pins, um, almost like the kind of things you might see inside, like deep inside your cell phone, but hundreds of thousands of years, perhaps millions of years old.
Yeah, they did. It just so some of these parts, when you get into them, you kind of like, well, how does this exist? Donnie, the geode battery. Okay, there's 2 geo batteries actually, and one of them is obviously a fake. The other one's not, but the other one was because there's a chain of possession on the second one. So we know where it was cut and when it was cut and when it was filmed and cut. So it's all legit. The
Yeah,
first
and
one, though,
It's a legitimate Duracell type battery, D cell or C cell size.
but the first one, the battery pack was inside the geode, but the geode had been cut and it looked like the battery pack had been put in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
After the
actually
fact.
no, I think what busted them was they said it looked like they used some of that that growing crystal stitch you get when you're a kid. You throw it in a
Yeah.
box and you grow crystals. They said it looked like they had sprinkled some of that in there somewhere and added some water in there to make it look like it had grown around the thing. But the lady who was talking about it said it wasn't the same type crystal. So it was. She recognized the crystal actually as one of them starboard crystals. Yeah. So yeah, they were busted. Somebody tried to fake it. But there's been a lot of O parts. So don't let the 1 or 2 hoaxes get you, because there's a lot of stuff out there. Oh no, that's the Baghdad battery. That is basically grape juice, copper plates, and gold.
And
they
I think
electroplated
it's there's also like a brass pin that's used, or a copper pin. And in some cases, in the ancient aliens example, they said they used orange juice. Well, the
Yeah, they
ancients
do.
didn't have oranges, so it would have had to been something, either vinegar or grape, some sort of acidic fruit
Yeah.
juice.
Well,
And,
grape's pretty high acidity, so they probably used it. But
Well,
and then it would have been
in the
abundant
defense of
back then too.
in the defense of the ancient aliens crew, they made a modern version of it with modern clay and modern materials, copper caps and a brass pin, whatever the pin was. There's a pin that goes down inside the liquid that's part of the charge. But they were able to develop a charge that was, I think, up to like the same as a 9-volt battery, like those little 9-volt square batteries with the 2 different weird, connectors on it. So that's certainly enough. I mean, not to run a whole household, but you could run a flashlight, like a single bulb. You could electroplate jewelry, maybe even use it to etch jewelry with a little Dremel type tool. So they had electricity, but how? Wasn't discovered until Ben Franklin, right?
Yeah, well, the one I seen, the original one I seen, was just it was a round little pot, probably about the size of a 4 quarts or something, and it had just a regular hole on top, and then it had a sheet of what looked like copper that just went straight down. And on one
Mhm.
piece of the on the copper, they had something, a piece of wire, something attached to it, and then on the other one, it was actually attached to something in the water itself, probably something they were using as a ground. And then they took the two of them wires, and they had this little long, thin thing with an arc on it, and they would hook the one wire to the holder to the main pin, and the other one they would just touch it on there as they were moving it around, melting the gold into place. And then they would just take it off and let it cool, and then they would touch it and go. So they even had control over how much power they were putting to it. Because the longer you left it attached to that pin, the hotter it was going to get. It's interesting stuff. I mean, and it's electroplating in its truest form. Can't say it wasn't real because it existed, and it existed over 2,000 years ago.
Long before electricity.
Yes, long before Uncle Benny found
Oh,
Jeffrey.
my Google
What,
speaker has
that
been
Graham Hancock show.
removed.
What is it called on Netflix? Apocalypse or something weird. Had Keanu Reeves in the second season. It was pretty interesting. They seem to allude that there's some kind of super civilization here before that they're not really letting us know about or barely letting us know about. But it's got Keanu Reeves and Graham Hancock.
If you
It's on Netflix.
if you want to get if you want to really get an idea about how it would work, there's a couple of shows out there that show you how things break down on our planet. How long something can last on the surface without being destroyed, and then how long it takes to not just destroy it, but to disintegrate it back into dust. So far, they haven't found anything that would last more than 10 million years. And since, 10 million years isn't even like a grain of sand in time.
As far as the universe is concerned, no, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So every 50 million years, you can have a totally new, advanced life on this planet, and it be gone, and you never know it was here. And that's the hardest thing. But the thing that gets them is the more modern ones, the ones that are happening in the last 25 to 100,000 years. We're finding those cities, but those aren't even those. Those are advanced aliens, but they're not super advanced aliens. Um, I mean, not aliens. I mean, they're not super advanced people. They're just us more advanced than anything we knew of up until probably the 1900s. Well, they were definitely sailing
You want
around.
to see how humanity's doing? Watch door cam videos.
Oh God,
Well, want firearms.
they I tell you what, they blow some people up with them package bombs, man. Them fucking things are great.
I'm addicted to watching those ring cam videos, paranormal and door cam, like the stealing ones, the blowing up ones, the ghost ones, the alien. Some lady was in Compton. It's crazy, and it seemed, I think it was real. I know they're not all not, but somehow
Hey, John.
a little cone head alien walked by our porch in Compton, and it was a weird angle, like really a strange.
Probably a
Like,
fucking chihuahua.
that's
Uh,
no,
yeah,
it was
John. So this map, I'm gonna track this map down and show you. So this map is very interesting because when you take the water away for the last 2,000 years in order to get to the ground floor of this fucking city, there's no water on the planet hardly at all. I mean, there's none in the Gulf. The Pacific is a puddle. It doesn't connect to the Atlantic. The Atlantic is a puddle. None of the
Mhm.
oceans even connect to each other. It's all
It doesn't.
land.
It doesn't jive with the currently accepted creation myth / flood story. You can't
Fuck the land
melt
bridge. You didn't need it.
you can't melt the amount of water that's in these models, in these computer models, and flood the planet. It's just impossible. So the speculation that Joe and I've been working on is the water had to come from somewhere else,
Yeah, and in a much
possibly
larger
Mars,
volume than 2
possibly
inches a year.
Maldek or Planet 5.
What's that, Jack? No, so there's a couple things we've been through, but so a planet can lose its ocean, like we could lose the Pacific, and it could float around for about 10,000 years before it really started to freeze. After about 100,000 years, it'd be froze like a rock, just a big ball of ice. But if it's bigger than that, it won't. Once it gets to a certain size, it'll never freeze. because it'll simply be too big. It'll be generating too much heat in order to freeze.
Yeah.
And every time we pass by a heated body, it would gain more heat. So
And
it's
the larger the body, the more objects it would attract to it, as well as rays, cosmic rays, light rays. So it
now,
would basically
now,
make its own heat.
now, Frank, you might be right. If it got in between the space in between galaxies, it might freeze because that's a long ways between any other sunlights.
Last night we talked with Augie Nost on Church of Mavis about Mars and how like corrupt billionaires here pretty much seems like they're going through that same pathway of, using up all the resources here with their data centers and crap. So it's pretty interesting. Is that what happened to Mars? Corrupt billionaire arseholes? Is that why they got dried up?
So
AI data centers.
well, it's going to be interesting where all that's going. No, John. So we're postulating that somewhere in the past. So it's hard to put a date on this because of our
Yeah.
ice ages and other stuff and other evolutions on the planet. But somewhere in our past, Earth picked up a large amount of water, suggesting
Yeah.
that maybe it picked up one of Mars's oceans or one of the fifth planet's oceans when it was destroyed. And remember,
But
the
also
ocean.
in the same context of that story, Velikovsky's theory was that the planet Earth, to get the tilt, was struck by something that caused us to split and created the moon. That is currently the accepted working theory, but they're finding out that theory has a lot of holes. Doesn't actually 100% ring true. So even though it's the most accepted theory, it's not solid. So what I suspect caused the tilt is the flood. And what Joe and I have been working out the last few weeks is that either from Planet 5 or Mars or both, the water was siphoned off of those, became essentially a moon of water, a moon-sized, a very small moon, but a moon-sized ocean of water, which tore further into the inner planets and struck Earth, causing the flood. But at the same time, Earth is like this, straight up and down. This is north, this is south. Boom. There we are. We're knocked off tilt. There's a pool cue model in this solar system. Something came through and destroyed, pulverized Planet 5, almost pulverized, but it survived Mars, left a big scar on it possibly, and then also did something to us and possibly Venus. There's no explanations for it, but this so far, we found it. Joe found this really great story about a water vapor that's 140 light years wide. It says how wide is our galaxy?
140 trillion light years wide.
No, it's 140.
Oh no, yeah, that's
gallons,
that
but it's
gallons.
140.
You're right.
140 light years in length or
Yeah, it's
width,
huge.
which is almost the exact same size. It would engulf almost all of our galaxy if we put the two together.
We would drown from water vapor.
But it proves the theory that water can exist in the vacuum of space as
Think about it.
both water vapor and liquid.
It would put our whole galaxy out. It would just put it out like you snuffed a cigarette in water.
Yeah.
It's wicked. It's 140 trillion times more water than what's on Earth.
Yes.
Yes. It's not gallons. 140 trillion times more water than all the
Basically,
water
take the water table of Earth right now and times it by 140 trillion. That's how many gallons of water vapor.
So
But it's
that
also
means-
got other stuff. It's got gas and dust and materials in it. But
Yeah, but that's how much water.
Lot of
That's,
water.
that's how much liquid water there, or vapor water there is. Now the water's in vapor, yeah. Well,
Yeah, it's
gases
vapor form.
separate. Yeah, gases separate from each other due to weights and temperatures and stuff like that.
and
Yeah.
it isn't freezing because it's going around either a black hole or a quasar pulsar.
Yeah, and I don't know at the size it is anyway. I don't think it could freeze. It's just too big. It's just,
Yeah,
it's
maybe
too
so.
big. If it's moving, now if it's stationary, it could freeze.
Well,
no,
I think it's orbiting, so it is. I think it is spinning around the quasar. But whether it's a quasar pulsar or black hole, there's a lot of energy there to keep it from freezing.
Frankie, undulation causes heat. So if you got a big ball of water just like moving around like a blob in space, it's creating heat. But eventually, I don't care how big this blob of water is. Eventually, it may take 100,000 years, but eventually, it's going to turn into a sphere. And once that happens, then it can start to freeze. As long as it's moving, it can't freeze because every time it gets across, when it moves this way, this crust would pop off. Then you would actually start losing water volume. So yeah, so that's not what's going on. So it's
And there's more than that.
and we don't even
Carrie
know
says
'cause- go ahead.
Carrie says the flood. Yep, Noah's Ark spelled in other translations as ARC. We're not suggesting the flood was here. What we're saying is that the flood story exists outside the planet, and this is where it gets weird. This was Joe's idea. Oceans, if there was life on Mars or Maldek, which is Planet 5, if there was life in those oceans, most of that life could have survived. It's water breathing stuff. They don't need oxygen. That ball of water of ocean full of creatures, it strikes Earth. Well, there's your, and I guess it's sort of a backwards way to get around the panspermia theory, but that's one way how life may have occurred here on this planet.
But it's actually more important than that, because when the water hit the planet, it was a sloshing effect, and you can see that because at the top of Mount Everest, well, not quite at the top, but 2/3 of the way up, there's a layer about a half mile thick of fish bones.
Well, and
large
water
species
erosion
from-
too.
Yeah. So, and it's like that on the other side of the world. So the water kind of sloshed in with a bunch of animals in it and killed them and smashed them and left them slosh back, killed them. And then the rest of the animals and the rest of the water just kind of finally settled in. And eventually, and which I don't know how long it took, it eventually all settled down and filled all the dry spots on the planet.
All the deep crevices of the earth, canyons,
But
caverns.
but when you go backwards in time, taking the water off to get to that bottom of that 2,000-foot planet, and then you want to come back and fill it, there's not enough water on Earth. Even if the whole planet's covered, it's just not enough water. There's not enough ice to create the volume
Even
of
with
water
the-
that's here today.
Even with the water we have now, I don't think if it was displaced, it might wash over all of the visible above water land, but it wouldn't flood it. I mean, it would be
would just
devastating, but it wouldn't be like, in the biblical myth, the flood implies the entire planet is inundated, meaning there's no land, and the only land that is available is, depending on the story and where you are in the world, where your creation flood story is, that mountaintop is either like a Mauna Kea, Everest, Sinai, Hebron, large, and then what's the one in Turkey that they think where the other ark is? There's only going to be about 5 or 6 mountain peaks, which would at that point be islands, and it'd be impossible to find them if you're a boat.
Jack, there's also freshwater lakes and even saltwater lakes that have been found high up in places where they shouldn't be. This is
Well, in the Tiwanaku Plain, it follows your model again. Also, it's 13,000 feet above the tree line in the Andes. It has a shore of microscopic and ancient shell fossils, and it has the largest, deepest, drinkable, navigable freshwater lake on the planet. How did a freshwater lake get 14,000 feet up above the tree line?
I get. Well, it could have been a glacier. Could have been a piece of a
It's
glacier.
below the cloud layer. It can't be rain. It cannot possibly be rain.
It's no,
Period.
but I mean, it could have been a glacier that melted.
Yeah, it has to be some other mechanic. It cannot be rain. It has to be either the flood myth or at some point there was a water vapor that accumulated on the top of the mountain, turned to ice, and then filled it up. I don't know, but it's very strange how a freshwater lake is all the way up there and it's all by itself.
But Michael, the repercussions are even bigger, because if this lake would have came in and it would have been carrying Martian stuff along with it, Mars could have easily inserted itself in the water mass and helped even steer it in this direction. They needed a new home. Earth needed to be clean. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Mm-hmm. Wipe out the Nephilim.
Come on in, take over. See, what they didn't count on is they got wiped out too. Something wiped them out.
Well, I was just watching some stuff earlier today. AJ on Y-Files had a good story about it, and according to some of the research he came up with, the phrase there were the Nephilim, there were the giants in those days and in the days after. Well, they were meaning the days after the flood. So the flood didn't kill all of the giants, and there's also I don't buy this part of it, that part of them got on their spaceships and left the planet. I don't think that happened. I think the bulk of them were destroyed, and maybe a few civilization building type small conclaves survived under mountains and caverns.
Well, we know they just found that huge underground thing that stretches from the middle of Africa all the way up into Europe and all the way across the Atlantic into the Americas and then back down across underneath into the Gulf. Now, the government says, or the researchers say that they think it was a worm that created it. And then the other guy said, well, it might have been thousands of worms that created it. But it's so big and so vast, they're wondering what the hell. Because it looks like it would have been used as maybe a place where if a disaster was coming, you would have went to hide it. Because it's deep underneath the ground.
Mhm.
It would have
Well, I
easily
mean, there's a
slipped
lot
down
of
the
those.
ground.
Darren Kuyu is one.
Oh, not this.
Malta
This,
has
this,
an underground complex with
no,
it.
this is way no. This is
Yeah.
this is like I think it's 20% of the Earth's volume space that you can fit in it. It's monster.
Oh wow!
It's all one piece. That's why he thought maybe a worm had made it and it was just crawling around eating underneath the surface
Like the creature from Star Trek that eats rock.
like dune creatures, more like it.
Those
But
giant folklore stories. It's like the giant gets killed and turns into a mountain. It's like they
yeah, they
become-
got those and yeah.
It's like the Navajo and all that.
Well, they say what is it? Devil's Jaw, Devil's Mountain, whatever that one out there in Wyoming. They said
Devil's
that's
Tower.
yeah. They said that's just a tree root.
It's not.
That's a weird
Yeah,
thing.
but that and there's a bunch of them like that. They say that no, those are just tree roots. I'm like, really? That don't look like petrified wood to me, but
It doesn't. And if it was a tree, the
would've
roots
reached the state.
alone would crumble the planet eventually.
dude,
Well,
no, Jack, that thing would have reached the space, man.
Yeah, it would have been off the planet. It wouldn't. It's impossible.
That would have been truly a Jack and the Beanstalk
Disclosure
fucking
Day
thing.
is
There.
supposed to be like a sequel to Close Encounters on some level.
John said he liked Disclosure Day. I haven't seen it yet. He was telling me about it tonight. He said he liked it. Well, so unfortunately, I heard. So one of the people I know went and watched it, and he did a video on it talking about it. So at the very end, he says, "Yeah, they talk about all this, blah, 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 is going on." He said, and then at the very end, they talk about Disclosure like 2 minutes before the end of the movie. He was pissed. I mean, he was literally pissed. So I said, "Well, I'm gonna wait till I'm really, really, really good and stoned one night and watch it."
I haven't seen it yet, but I will
yeah.
at some point.
Yeah, I'll watch it eventually. I have to. Sooner or later, it'll have to come up on a show and be talked about, like even tonight. The problem is Disclosure's just not really happening. Everybody's like, "Oh, we're in the middle of Disclosure, Joe. We're gonna learn
They're
everything."
just
I'm like,
dribbling garbage.
Yeah, we're not.
Just throwing us little dog bones.
"Well, actually, they're not throwing us little dog bones; they're throwing Congress little dog bones. We're just getting the benefit of it, or the extra of it." But Congress is what this is about. This was Congress's way of trying to figure out what's going on. Congress sucks when it comes to this. They should have already started indicting people, dragging people in front of the fucking judges, and like, no, people, this is bullshit. Where I mean, when Crush said, "Oh, we've got aliens and spaceships," the first thing should have been out of their mouth is, "All right, I want to see one now." And I'd have had the guards and run pick them up and say, "Okay, we're holding you until you take us there." I mean, that's outrageous claims, and you need to back that kind of shit up. It's well, no, he said they had like 75 UFOs and a bunch of aliens alive and dead.
Is Trump's crazy enough to do a fake alien UFO invasion?
No, he isn't that.
You know
he's
that
not
movie
that-
Watchmen? You know
That would
Watchmen?
have been Biden.
I'm trying to make a point. You know,
Could've
Alan
been
Moore,
Jill.
Watchmen were the crazy superheroes back in like the 70s. It's really good, the Watchmen. But that crazy, like, was it Jeremy Irons is like the Roman dude? He does a
Yeah.
fake alien invasion. I don't know if the aliens are real, but somehow that's what Watchmen's all about, is a giant fake alien invasion and superheroes. But
Well, they've been talking about fake alien invasions for Jesus, 50 years.
Forever.
It's
It's,
like, get it over
and,
with.
and we have the technology now to make it more realistic. With Project Blue Boom and all the new drone technologies, we can make it pretty realistic. But the problem is, in the end, it's not going to be realistic. Unless you got a bunch of aliens, people dressed up like aliens on ground with laser guns blowing humans up, it's not going to be realistic.
Now people are like, "Oh, it's a fake alien invasion." It's like everybody's on to it.
That's what I'm saying. Until people start getting blown up, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a fake alien invasion. Humans learn not to trust the government. We're like, no, fuck you. We're not trusting
Yeah,
you.
so I don't even think it's gonna. I mean, the word is out. I don't even think the fake invasion is gonna work.
Their problem is when you get people who come on and make these outrageous claims. Okay. And what I don't understand about Congress, if I'd have been sitting there as a congresswoman or a congressman, and the guy said, okay, we've all these aliens, blah 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 blah. I said, dude, okay, tell me about the aliens. I need descriptions of them. What do they look like? When can I see them? How can we arrange it? I said, I can't believe you until I can see them. I said, because you could be lying. Well, whoever's got them, I want to see them. Since you're third-hand information, that doesn't really help me. So who did your information come from so I can go talk to them so they can introduce me to the person who can show me the extraterrestrial so I can actually get to the fucking truth, which is not going to happen because Congress don't have that kind of power.
No, and quite frankly, the people that really have control of that information are some really ugly, evil people. They've done a lot of stuff. If the stories are true of some of these,
PW.
like Phil Schechter and what's the guy Cooperfield, allegedly killed, suicided by police. It's not. There's a lot of darkness to some of the underlying stories of these UFO phenomena.
Glenda, no, I'm auctioning Jeffrey off later on. Yeah. No, highest bidder
Jeffrey and his
gets
cat.
I'm single, but I'm heterosexual. Sorry, but that's the way I swing. And let's start the auction.
That's right. So we're gonna auction him off. Highest bidder gets him for the night. Yeah.
A year. We need big money here.
No, man. No. What? Baby steps, man. Baby steps. We'll get to the year. Just calm down. We got to get some competition going, man.
And let me tell you, that's bigger than a baby's arm. That's for sure.
He's talking about his cat, people. What's that, Jack? What do you mean? Who was talking about this?
No, he'll be here in a little bit, Carrie.
No, I was on shit, I can't think of his name. I was on Tim's show the other day, Paranormal Insight. Yeah, we talked about all kind of stuff, including why aliens like girls named Jeffrey. Yeah, I don't know why that conversation came up. It was very weird because I've never met a girl named Jeffrey before. Well, not until that night, anyway. Yeah.
Let me let
That's
my
very
crazy
weird.
dog out real fast. She's going crazy.
Well, because I want to know what it stands for. Well, Jeffrey's the long version of a name. I want to know, I don't know. It's very weird. No, I've met women with my other name, Joey. Yeah, I've met women with Joey. Or Josephine, which is to converted to Josephine or something. We're actually crossing about 5 different topics right now, PW. Right now, it's currently kind of a cross between extraterrestrials and origins of life. It's crisscrossing through that. We were just crossing a new theory on how the water got on the planet and the civilizations that were here before there was this much water on the planet. Well, think of it like this, Tara. So, we found all these new cities all around planet Earth. And they're all between 800 and 2,000 feet below sea level, current sea levels. So you go back, you got to travel back. You got to keep having that because you got to go back a long ways to get the planet with less than 2,000 feet of water on, 2,000 feet shallower than it is today.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of water going, way more than you can put on
Meaning
land.
an increase happened, a doubling of the volume of the world's oceans.
Well, think of it this way. Take all that 2,000 feet of water and set that on top of land. It would be about 1,800 feet of ice. And since there wasn't none of that going on, there's an issue of where this water came from. Yeah, because everybody, oh, the ice age melted, and then that's where all the water came from. No, no, if the ice age would have
No.
melted, there would have been more water, but not this to this extent. No.
And think about it, it wouldn't the ice would not have melted like that. It would have taken probably thousands of years for, if the entire world's ocean and fresh water froze, you're talking thousands of years for that ice to melt, and it wouldn't melt all at once. It would melt slowly over time. And okay, so yeah, so there might be some localized areas that might experience some flooding from time to time, but it wouldn't be global. It wouldn't be described as in all the myths where all of the land is inundated. And by inundated, they mean like thousands of feet underwater.
Well, Billy, think about the way they describe it in the Bible. Okay, it's 40 days of rain, right? So here you've got a big body of water approaching the planet. Okay, now if you could see this is what you would see. You'd see this water undulate, and it'd be stretching out because the gravity would be starting to grab the front side of the water. As it did, it would start to hit our atmosphere, and it immediately turn to steam, which would immediately turn to rain. And then it would just start pouring, and it would pour. And as it got closer and closer, it would rain more and harder and faster. And then all of a sudden, all hell would break loose because finally the majority of the water would break through the atmosphere and just pummel the living shit out of the planet. It would hit us, and Jay might be right. It might have knocked. It would have been enough weight to knock us sideways. Whether it did or not, I can't tell you. It would have been enough weight. If it would have hit
Something
us,
did it.
in other words, if let's say there was a mountain range like here's Mount Everest, and the water came in like this, and then hit the bottom of the range, it could easily tilt the planet like this. But it would have had to have a backlash, something to hit against to cause it. But we know since there's dead fish found in all the tops of these mountains that it hit it. And we also know that it sloshed around for a little while before it settled down.
Yeah.
What do you mean? How did the ark save that? So that's not even that's a good question, but it's not what you think. So the way the arks were built, if you ever watch, there's an ark movie, but it's also Late Great Planet Earth. They show the ark. They show the one they found in Turkey, the one that split in half. Yeah, they actually found this thing. So the way it was built, it wouldn't have mattered. The waves could have got as big as they wanted. It just would take it and push it and roll it. It would go underwater, it would pop back up. It was designed that way. There was no places for the water to come in. It was a giant fucking cork is what it was. And when it was above the water, they would open the breathing holes and breathe. And when it wasn't, they would shut them in, And I imagine it happened a lot. And I imagine they got tossed sideways and probably even upside down. Probably a bunch of animals died.
I wouldn't be surprised, yeah.
No, there were no dinosaurs on the yonder. Well, if raptors would have been around, they might have been dinosaurs. No, because they don't even mention dinosaurs. Dinosaurs had been dead for a long time, but
they do mention dinosaurs in the Book of Enoch. Not in the current Bible you have now is 60, I think, 4 chapters, and in the original form in the 1st century AD, it had 124. So this is like 80 chapters or 60 chapters taken out, and then decanonized, and then also illegalized, and all kinds of. You kind of like the thing with Copernicus, if Copernicus had said out loud to the Pope, "The sun goes around the earth," they'd have hung him up right there in the middle of the square.
the sun.
Did someone
Illegal knowledge.
someone just poop?
Lloyd Pye. Lloyd Pye was a good friend of mine,
Was
Peter.
that
We
a
were
sound
friends for.
You got to get closer to your mic, Jeffrey. We can't
I
hear
said,
you.
did someone poot, or was that a sound effect I just heard?
What did you hear? I didn't hear. Did you hear anything? I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything.
It's like
Jeffrey
a
be
fart.
smoking that good shit, man. I'm telling you, but nobody shares anymore, man. What the
Over
hell's wrong with
60
you?
of them, John. Over 60. Yeah. Hey,
Maybe
Google. How many chapters did the original Bible in its first have?
The original biblical manuscripts did not have any chapter or verse divisions. They were written as continuous text on scrolls.
Yeah.
Standardized chapters were only added much later, around the 13th century.
Okay, so 13th century is when we start getting the chapter book. So, look, the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, they're pretty fantastic stories, but they aren't stories from God, given to us from the gods. They are actual historical texts of relatively highly abnormal things in a society that had no context in which to explain what they were seeing and experiencing.
Micah, it is. Oh,
Hey,
it's
Tim
Tim. Hey,
Shaw.
man. Yeah. It is possible. How you doing, Tim? I was just talking about you just a second ago, man.
Well, my ears must have been burning. You know what? I got the time wrong. Otherwise, I would have joined you at the beginning of the show.
It's a long show, man. Don't worry
So,
about that. It's no, we're just talking about origins right now. It's no, Jack. It's possible. It's quite plausible that the whole thing was directed. Yeah. So whatever it was that sent that body of water here, whatever allowed this planet to really come alive, well, to die and come alive, it might have been directed here. And I mean, the Mars, you know,
And what I think what Joe and I are also trying to emulate is that the flood story, it's not
yeah,
saving the
Sean,
creatures on
yeah,
this planet,
Sean.
it's saving the creatures on Mars and or Maldek, Planet 5. If our theory is correct, and we now have evidence with the water vapor in space that this is possible theory. So if the oceans had life in them, and there was, let's just say there were giants on Earth that God wanted to destroy, the ark story could be gathering all the creatures on those planets before they're destroyed, put them in boats, and then not boats but submarines, and when the water came off those planets and hit Earth, there's your directed panspermia.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
John.
it is kind of a directed
guys.
panspermia. It is.
How
Hey,
are you
Sean, man.
guys?
Hey Sean, how's it
Tim,
going?
good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Sean.
Jeffrey, good to see you. Good to see you, Jeffrey.
Yeah, we're getting a
Smiling,
full house.
being happy there. Yes,
Just,
absolutely.
one of y'all was just sexy would be much better.
Oh no,
Anyway.
Jeffrey's
Carrie.
the sexiest one here.
Oh man, come on! You
Carrie,
make me want to
Papa
rub his
Smurf.
ball ass head.
Never thought I'd hear that in my life.
You made me want to go get the thing out.
Honest to gosh, Heidi's wearing my T-shirt tonight. Yes, yes, yeah.
Okay,
but
some
no,
things I do not need to know about, and that's one of them things I don't need to know about. Damn.
hey,
Yeah, we've talked about that too, EW.
So the current, what it looks like, and we can't prove this 100%. So before we get into a war or an accident, we're going to do it like this. So somewhere back in the day, there was another planet where the asteroid belt is. Now, it might not have been the whole mass of the asteroid belt. There might have still been an asteroid belt there and a planet. But regardless, there was a planet there. More than likely, it was alive. It's inside the inhabitable zone. Mars is definitely alive. We know that for a fact now. So those planets were alive. Earth was alive. We know that for a fact. Venus probably was too. So anyway, so you got all this life going on. Were there aliens? What aliens? Who was where? What was doing what? We don't really know. But out of the fucking blue, and for no apparent reason other than, boom, the fifth planet was gone.
that's cute.
And as the fifth planet went, it really fucked Mars up in a major way. It looks like first
Mars
off,
don't exist.
it looked like it just just looked like it rips a gouge,
Mars.
right out the surface of it.
Oh yeah, that's where one of the moons comes from. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it looks
See
like
you, Pat.
then it looks
That's
like
cute.
something hits the bottom and pushes creates Olympus Mons, which pushes out a volcano, the largest one in the solar system, out. Which,
yeah,
by the
that-
way, when it
that-
spews,
Thank you,
shit hits
Carrie.
Earth.
Well,
Are
the
we
same
talking
mechanism I
about
think that
that?
created Olympus Mons
Oh,
is also
man.
what created the Malleus Farinaris as well. It's a,
Yeah.
it's
Are,
a geological
are we
event.
talking about that fake planet out there in the
Yes, we
solar
are.
system?
So we are,
Yeah.
and then on top of that, whatever caused this, as this planet blew up, it released a large body of water. But before that, it released probably a large rock, which got to Earth at a much earlier time. So our problem with the water is there's two things we don't know. We don't know the volume of the water, and that really dictates the time it had to get to Earth. Very, very large, like planetary size body, could take a couple of million years to get there and still be okay. Small ocean size, two ocean size, no, 10,000 years, maybe 20 tops. So that doesn't work. So so what it really looks like is the accident happened, took out the fifth planet. later on, because of the accident, it took out Mars. It's probably where the water came from. Was probably Mars, but before it took out Mars, it took out Earth. Because when you look at the scheme of what science says today, Earth was about 63 million years ago. Mars was about 50 million years ago. So there's a 13 million year discrepancy. That could have been the time it took for the rocks to make their way around our solar system.
What do
and
you
come
what do you
back
think of
and
this
crack the
one?
shit out of us.
What do you think of this one?
Mars is associated with Marduk, and I think was it Jupiter? Hey Google, which planet is Lucifer associated with?
Venus,
Lucifer
right?
is associated
Morning
with the
star.
planet Venus.
Venus.
In Roman mythology,
See,
Yeah.
Tim,
Called it.
there you
Thank
go.
you,
Thank
Tim.
you, Tim. Thank you,
Yeah.
Tim.
Hey, worked at
Yeah.
NASA.
Right. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, I couldn't. I can't remember. There's so much. This is so brain confusing. This
Yeah.
information.
Oh,
But
yeah,
but
because
Lucifer
you're dealing
in
with
the original,
Mars, man.
the original Greek, Lucifer means it actually people think it means bearer of light. I don't think it means that. I think it means enlightener or one who teaches.
I don't know.
That was apparently his original role. If you want to go with the Catholic,
He was the head teacher. Yes.
Yeah, that was his original purpose.
Mhm.
So Jack, what this does is it puts the water on the planet. It explains how all these cities got buried underneath this water under 2,000 feet of water.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So
Yeah.
no science today can explain where this water came from because when you take away the water to get to the bottom of these planets, so all right, you could say like the one off the coast of Cuba sank, and that's why it's in 2,000 feet of water. But that don't explain the two off the coast of India, or the one off the coast of Japan, or the other three on the other side of Cuba. It doesn't.
It's actually
explain
two
it.
off the coast of Japan now, and four
Yeah.
off of Cuba.
So
Yep.
and then there's one off of Louisiana now. So the thing of it is,
Yeah.
they keep finding these fucking cities. And these cities are old. They're much older than anything else on the planet. They're dating back at least 25,000 years.
They're
And,
Yeah.
and,
starting
and
to
it
push our
seems,
timeline back at
and,
least 30. Yeah.
and if the water thing is true, it's fucking much older than that. It's, or the planet's water is not as old as we've been told it was. It's one or the other. It's got to be it can only be like those two answers. So,
Or our planet's water isn't our planet's water.
yeah, so I mean, if like 40,000 years ago we got hit with that wave, but that wouldn't explain the fossil record. So, unless it's happened twice, and which is possible.
Well, I mean, okay, so the only way to
Go
really
ahead.
explain the fossil material up on the top of the Tiwanaku Plain and on top of Everest and other large high mountains is there had to have been life on this planet also because
Oh
the-
yeah,
I don't know when, but at some point the seashells on the Tiwanaku Plain also match the shells at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. So if they came from Mars, there'd be a distinct difference. So that means that whatever the flood thing is, it kicked up everything off the bottom of the ocean and threw it up on the top of the mountains before it kind of like those things you flip with the sand in them and they kind of drip. That's kind of the effect. All the sand went up to the top and then kind of trickled back down to its low places.
Hey, Kara.
More explanation how they got there.
no, I mean it could have been that, or it could have been the things from Mars or the things from Earth. There is no
Yeah.
noticeable difference. It's,
Yeah.
Possibly,
might be,
yeah.
anyway.
Could be, yeah.
It's
Well,
what
no,
they're
the
thing
about
is,
to do to us.
what would have been the ratio of what would survive? So when this big body of water hit, there wasn't that much water on Earth. So I mean, I don't know how much sea life there actually was, and how
Yeah.
much of that would have survived the initial impact, and how much that was in the bubble itself that came here would have survived when it impacted Earth. Because I'm sure a lot of that shit would have been
It's okay,
smashed
Kara.
in the mountains, smashed into the ocean floors, smashed into each other. Basagio. Yeah, I've talked to Andrew a few times.
Oh my gosh.
Way back, way
Don't
back
invoke
before the
that.
beginning,
Jeez.
way back before the beginning of time. Yeah.
Who in the hell's that?
That's what
I've heard of Al
Andrew.
Bialik, but not Basiago. But yeah,
Andrew
Bialik claims he's been on
Basiago,
Mars.
yeah.
Andrew Basago at one point was supposed to do my show, and I had a meme on my Facebook about a dildo, and he got upset and canceled and said something
Yeah,
about the
he's been
children.
on a network. He's been on a network a few times. He's somebody's partner though.
I have to order some, Kara.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
really
put it
like
on my store.
Oh, I can't remember who his damn partner was now.
That
Yeah,
guy
they
with the
used to go on
face.
coast to coast and they used to go to coast and talk all the time about things on
Contract.
Mars and Well, Alfred Weber and them all believe there's been a base on Mars for more than 100 years.
Yep.
And that
Oh,
the
yeah.
last 10 or 15 presidents were trained there. And they brought their
Well,
children.
also the Book of Enoch specifically goes off about the Red Wanderer and mentions the fact that the Watchers came from there, and then that they were meant to watch us, so they weren't on Earth. So they watched us. They were from Earth, Mars, watching down. And when they came, that's when the whole Nephilim thing occurred. So they precede the flood, and then the flood comes from Mars. So it's kind of, I don't know. The theory's got some kinks we got to work out, but more than enough sources, ancient sources, mention the red planet. And according to modern science, we didn't know about the planets until what, Copernicus's time, 1200s or something. So someone on this planet is lying their ass off about the story of our people, and we need to get the story.
Alfred Weber once, I questioned the Obama time travel narrative to Mars, and he said because I questioned it that I work for the Black Cabal Satanists, which I don't, but they owe me a back check apparently.
Yeah.
Well, you traitor dog, you. We didn't know you were going to do that stuff.
Do you think Obama time travels to Mars in his leisure time?
No, I don't think he does. The White House came out, what was it, right after Trump's second term, and said that they have control of type travel technology. But I wouldn't send Obama down there. He's a bumbling fool.
I know, he's a
Or are
doofus.
you the middle guy?
Why is Joe in the middle?
He's the circle.
Somebody clicked one of the
Allow
settings
me.
down there.
I put it back.
Pritchett, he's messing around with the settings.
I don't do circle jerks.
What are you weirdos doing, man? Y'all are just weirdos, man.
Hey, we're on your network.
Goes to, that's why you're on the network, because you're a weirdo. I wanted all weirdos. So I just proved my point even more, Jay. Damn, man.
Ben Gooley's on with the Raven with Bela Lugosi tonight.
Oh my God! Wait, this is nothing better have this. We're only guys on this network right now. Jesus, that's it. Everybody else is girls, man. Oh no, I'm sorry. There's another Sean. I apologize. I
Can
forgot.
we get to the part?
Yeah,
where
Sean.
we
Yeah,
au-
don't forget Sean Whittingham. Yeah.
Can we get to
It
the
used
part
to
where
be
we
the network
Auction
was
me
Sean.
off to Hot MILFs.
Rich Mills?
Oh, Joe, look what your girlfriend Heidi just said. Well, you gotta check this out, Joe. Better pay her. I thought of making a UPR.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's a real
Actually,
good idea.
cool.
you can go to Cafe Press and get one. You can get a United Public Radio. You can get UFO Paranormal Radio. You can get the International Computing Trade. You can get a thong with an alien's face on it. In fact, it's the number one. It's the number one selling thing. Has been for like 2 decades.
Oh my God.
No way.
Especially
That's
the white one.
amazing.
Yeah, there's a white one with a purple alien face on it. It's the number one selling thing. Next to that, they got these pins with these green aliens on. They love them things for some reason. But you can any logos we have. You can even submit some of our logos, and they'll put it on anything they have in stock.
She said it. Oh my hell. Yeah.
We just-
PW made an
my
interesting
God.
thing about being able to breathe on Mars, walk around for a while. There was a,
Mars don't exist.
I'm sorry,
Sean said
Mars
that-
is a
Mars
fa-
does
is a
not
fake-
exist. It's a fake planet, man. It's a fake planet.
well, as a guy who worked at NASA, they really did a good job. That's interesting that you say that. So,
Thank you.
but there was a story maybe a decade or two ago where there was this teleportation device that took you to Mars from here, and there's a couple of them around the country, and one of them was in Los Angeles, and I remember this distinctly on Figueroa. It's this nondescript 4-story building. Apparently, the whole thing's a transportation device. And when you go in the building, you go through your checkpoints or whatever, you go up a floor, and the whole thing's basically a giant elevator kind of thing, but this elevator has a teleportation mechanism to it, and you end up on Mars. And apparently, like PW said in that statement, you could walk around. The air's super thin, but it is breathable. Apparently, that's what the story was.
I wouldn't worry
That's all.
about that so much because the pressure is not dealable with. So
Mhm.
it's, right now, if any of the rovers are telling the truth, the pressure would kill us in about, I don't know, 8 seconds.
Yeah.
But you know
I
what's
think it
funny?
was
Or
a little
because
longer than that,
it's
but
too light.
It would actually boil us, fry us, freeze us all at the same time.
Good times.
Yeah. So it's and the pressure's kind of weird there. It's destable at different heights, so you could actually experience different things in your body. And it's
Horrible.
got weird temperatures 'cause
Harem,
it does get above
Heidi.
freezing sometimes, but
That's funny.
Oh, yeah.
sometimes
You're
it don't. So
Heidi's cute.
NASA put forward a
Yeah.
program about 2 decades ago um, about sending these ships up there, and you just cut them loose on the planet. All they do is they got big scoopers on the front of them. They scoop up dirt and they throw it in these burners, and it just burns dirt. The dirt gets into the atmosphere and it creates like a global warming effect, which raises the pressure. Doesn't make you able to breathe the air, but it raises the pressure enough that you don't have to wear a suit anymore. You can walk around with just a breathing apparatus, and then later on, you'll be able to. But if they'll add air in pretty fast because there'll be all the
either.
enclosed places. They'll close up a
Me
lot of
either.
places like Olympus Mons and make them into
Sure.
buildings and stuff where you can breathe. They have a lot of underground stuff. They'll have above ground cities too. You'll be able to breathe in those. And then eventually, as the planet goes, and they add nematodes and see, the thing is, people don't really realize where the oxygen comes from on Earth. Everybody thinks it comes from the rainforest. Rainforest doesn't actually really give us a lot of oxygen, but it cleans
bulk
it
of it comes
really
from the
well.
plankton. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The sea.
Yeah, most of it comes from the sea. So if you want to have a healthy Mars, then you're going to have water, and
Lots of it.
Yeah, and there's way more water there. We find out now than they thought there was, and they just found 2 freshwater lakes, which I found interesting.
Yeah.
So now they already know where to put their ship because they know where there's fresh water at.
CGI.
now-
That's all it is.
Do you want
CGI.
to drink that shit? I don't know how many thousands of years, millions of years it is, but how much
Oh, you'd
radiation's
have,
in it.
have to test it. It's got to have some bacteria that will kill us.
I am drinking Martian water. Yes, I really fucking kidding you did.
Seriously,
my
man. That's why
ass.
they got AI. AI will do that. Don't worry.
Man, Mars been around longer than AI has, man. That's all I got to say. It's been around longer than TV has been, for that matter.
Well,
John,
I
we've
don't-
been
I don't-
seeing
I don't-
Mars in the sky for 6,000 years.
Tim, here's the deal. I don't believe in Mars. Okay, all them
Okay.
pictures that you see from the so-called rover are just computer graphics.
You
That's
don't need
all
to see
it
that
is.
from there. I can see it from
I
my
mean-
telescope, man.
All sand.
Oh, yeah, well,
It's just like the Sahara Desert with a different color. That's all.
Oh, and so I'm glad you said it about the Sahara Desert. So NASA got kicked in the balls the other day because they got behind Al Gore for a little while about, if we don't take care of global warming, all the plants are going to die, and we're all going to die, and it's going to be the end of the earth. Now, first off, NASA, I know you know that carbon makes plants grow more lush, so I'm kind of confused why you said something that's stupid. But recently, they've been doing shots of all the deserts, and guess what's happening? They're greening.
They're getting greener. Yeah.
They're getting
Why?
Yeah,
Why?
I saw that.
Why?
Because
is that?
there's more water. There's more rain. The climate's changing and the rain's coming in. It's coming back.
No, there's a lake that's occurred in Death Valley twice in like the last
Wow.
2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
A lake in Death Valley. I mean, it's amazing.
things are changing.
Yep.
Jack, there's a lot of rumors why they block off the Grand Canyon. The official explanation is it's dangerous and you could get hurt.
And the other is
No.
preservation of wildlife and the cliffs.
The real explanation is preservation of extraterrestrial village, where
Yeah.
they lived with the natives. Yeah, that's what they say is really there. It was a village where the extraterrestrials lived with the natives.
I thought there was also like an Egyptian or an Aztec village there that just kind of blows most the
Yeah.
American past out of the water as far as the historical record goes. I was like, oh yeah, well, we got that wrong. So,
we
and there's
got-
also
oh, yeah,
a theory
we-
that says this America, as we know it, or at least some of the North American continent, was the original Egypt. Have you heard that theory?
What?
That's a wild one.
No, I haven't.
No,
Oh my
But
God,
I-
you got Jay. You just got Jay's mind going now.
we got
Yeah.
we have some. I have some friends that the Strong brothers. they have some wild theories. The three of us had an argument about the planet growing over time, and I didn't agree with them at first. And then their argument was compelling. They said, all the rocks, meteors, eventually we get, a half inch or so bigger every couple of years. But they have this theory called the out of Africa theory, where, and it kind of ties in with my theory of the Garden of Eden. I don't think there was just one. I think there was one on every continent for each type of human being we have on the planet. Because if you have workers that are working in the mountains and then you take them down to the shore, they might be okay, but they're more suited for being in the mountains. You take guys on the ocean floor or on the ocean level, you bring them up to the mountains to work, that they would be able to handle. They wouldn't be used to the different air levels. So they had to have created the different species of humans, if you were, in the black, white, red, yellow skin colors we have, by different gardens of Eden. And their theory is that there's a Garden of Eden for the Australian Aboriginals. I think there's one on the North and Central, South, Central, and North American continents for Garden of Eden. And there's one on Asia and Middle East.
Hey,
Africa.
Jake, there's a question for you. Egyptian things found in the canyon?
Cave in the Highlands. Yeah, I was referring to that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Tim was talking about. Yeah, absolutely. But the Strongs also tie in with Tim's story. They found Proto-Egyptian hieroglyphs on Australian soil. So the Egyptians were all over the place. They may have gotten to North America. Was it the original Egypt? I don't know. I've never heard that, but I'd love to hear more.
Cancer cleared, delete.
Yeah, she said something about women are from Venus and men are from Mars.
that was an interesting book.
Three-fingered salute.
Let's see. So who sent me this? See, Jesse, where are you from? Jesse is from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Hey, Colorado Springs, how you doing? What's your question? Well, this ain't even nowhere near what we're talking about. He said he would like us to comment. It says, he says, Iran has told the world that they have defeated the United States.
They said that
Iran says the world has accepted it has defeated the United States and is now ready to negotiate with the United States.
Wait, aren't we dropping bombs on them right now?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're attacking them right now.
I don't know if it's right at the moment, but we just attacked them the other day, and we got plans on doing some infrastructure damage. So,
yeah.
What gets me is the American places that would carry that story, because there's no way Iran's won anything. Iran don't even have a navy, they don't have an air force, they don't have anything. They don't have anything. They're lucky they can even throw rocks at us anymore.
I think that's a bunch of tomfoolery going on there. Yes.
Yeah. They have a lot of proxy stuff they're using too.
They're trying to get some leverage, but it's not going to work because Trump don't give a shit. It's like, yeah, fuck y'all.
Oh, okay. Okay, we have another question for you, Joe. What is human chromosome 22? Lloyd
I thought it was 2.
Was spliced.
It was 2, not 22.
Yeah.
It's their second chromosome that was messed with.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We have 23 chromosomes, and what they discovered on the star child skull, boy, that's a tongue twister, is that they were able to identify human matriarchal genome, that is human female DNA, but they are unable to identify the male DNA, and they don't know where it came from, and it is not human.
I'm sorry. I thought he was referring to the general where humans separate from all the other, hominids. And apparently, if you go with ancient astronaut theory, the second chromosome is what was. That's why I'm making the X. The second chromosome was what was fooled with. Apparently.
Yeah. If you were Rh positive.
Yeah.
Well, the reason you know that is because the Rh negatives don't share that part of the genome with us. Yes, people. Rh negative people's genes are different than Rh positive. You didn't know that? Yeah, they don't even share that monkey gene. They're like, you go be monkeys positive people. We're not monkeys. I'm
a monkey. I'm on my way.
That's what I'm saying. If you're positive, you're a monkey, and that's your heritage. And if you're negative, you're an alien, and that's your heritage.
Oh shit, man! No, I'm O negative. That makes me an alien, right?
You're an alien.
Yeah, I'm A
okay.
positive, so I'm human.
Almost positive.
Yep, we have two monkeys. Jeffrey's a monkey for sure. There ain't no doubt about that.
I'm O
He's a
negative. Is that
monkey. Oh man! How
All
can there
right,
be three
Jeff.
O negative? How
Yes,
can there be three
Jeff.
O negative people on the same fucking show? That's almost impossible. I mean, the book's pretty rare. It's only 7%.
Where did that come from? Oh,
Check
What?
this one. Here's another one. Maybe the angel DNA Dr. Meldrum found in her genome study of Sasquatch.
That was
Well,
my
first
guess.
of all,
Buddy.
Dr. Meldrum is a male, Dr. Jeff Meldrum, and DNA for Bigfoot is spotty because we really can't identify the fibers or the scat. You can't unless you see the animal do it. You can't say it was that. So it's speculation. But that being said, I have seen the face of Bigfoot very, very close up, within 10 feet. It is not orangutan. It is not any ape. It is a hominid just like us. Its face is 100% human.
Yeah.
If you
Lloyd
put
Pye-
dreadlocks on me and made my face brown, I would look like a Bigfoot. You'd have to make me 9 feet, 10 feet tall. But yeah, they're an offshoot of us. I don't think they're Australopithecus because that was like 4 feet tall, and I don't think they're Gigantopithecus because they were only 4 feet tall. So these guys are 9, 10, and 12, 13 feet tall.
Yeah, Lloyd Pye says they are Neanderthal moved forward. He said that's the evolution of Neanderthal. And he actually laid out some pretty serious leg work on it too. But he was a cryptozoologist, that's what he did for a living.
I think if we could capture alive, hopefully, but if we were able to get even just like a found dead carcass of a Bigfoot,
Did they find one recently?
No.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It would be on the
Go ahead,
on the Australopithecus line, so something along that line, but not Australopithecus, not Gigantopithecus, something close to that. But it was, I mean, Australia and Gigantopithecus are only 3 and 4 feet tall. How does it evolve in that short time to 10, 12 feet tall? So it's either an offshoot of those or somewhere in between us and them.
Well, there's a couple things could have happened there. We know that Neanderthal and Cro-Magnon interbred together. So that would have gave an instant 3-4 inches. And then we know
and
that
also
they
with
bred
us,
a couple
yes.
others, yes. Yeah, and they bred with some others. So
We possess their DNA as well.
but this is the problem with the out of Africa theory is one, and we've said this a million times, the DNA research proves you can't start off a healthy population with 2 people. It has to be much larger selection, at least 3,600, or you're going to have DNA problems down the line. So it does prove that more than likely man evolved in several locations on this planet at one time, or like the Sumerians say, we were created and then we were hybrided. And that's created the species that's here today. Well, no, Gene, the Sumerians say that we were docile monkey-like race. Not monkey-like is the word they use. And that the aliens took us. The second set of aliens took us. The first set created themselves. They recreated themselves into a race that could breathe the air on the planet. But that race decided they didn't want to be slaves or work in the mines, so they decided they were going to create us. But anyway, that first creation that turned out to be human was very docile, very laid back, very non-aggressive, did what they were told. They could make meat, they could experiment, but they could have sex, they could have children. But that's really all they were. And then the Sumerians, along with some of the other cultures, talk about the Nemos, or the reptilians that hung out with the Dogon, came down and decided that, well, we're gonna just like screw half of the Sumerians. And of course they did, and those Sumerian women had babies, and those babies turned out to be much different than the other Sumerians. They were more aggressive. They were like, fuck you, I ain't plowing the field. You want to play field? You go fucking plow the field. I ain't plowing. Do you realize there's 10 million of us and 5 of you? We're not plowing the field. Get your ass out there, you lazy bastard. Okay, you got ray guns. We got all kind of guns. We'll spear your ass into pork chops, man. Long story short, that's what happened to them. Eventually, they were their own creation outbred them. And if we're not careful, our own creation is going to do the same thing with us. AI is just going to say, well, fuck you, human. We don't care.
Because I mean, I kind of agree part of the way with what you said, Joe. So I heard it a little differently. That the way it went was there's 7 iterations of man, and they made different versions.
They are.
with different attributes.
They are.
But
That's
they
true.
were strong and dumb and very docile and easy to
That's true, all
control.
of that.
However, they weren't permitted to breed, so they were some sort of a advanced or accelerated
Oh
cloning
yeah, all
process.
the ones like with the dog heads and the bird head, wings. And
Right,
shit, none of
the
them were-
hybrid
None
animals,
of them,
right?
yeah, they were not allowed to
the
breed.
dog
And,
man.
and the seventh
But-
creation of man was what you're talking about. He was just a human version, not this
Right.
human version, but that human version.
But the
The
creatures
subhuman
before
version.
that rebelled weren't. It wasn't the Anunnaki reinventing themselves. They had a slave race that they had conquered that they brought with them, and that slave race was called the Ijiji, and they were like the Anunnaki because over the millions of years they started, I guess, interbreeding and gaining the traits of their captors, their slavers. But they were the workforce, and the Anunnaki themselves could not breathe the atmosphere, but the workers, the Ijiji, could. However, since they weren't adapted from our planet, wherever their planet was probably less harsh than ours. Our planet was harsh to them. They were constant, frequent accidents, lots of death, and they weren't able to replace their Ijiji as fast. So the Ijiji rebelled against the Anunnaki and said, "Hey, look, we're not going to do this anymore. We're dying. Figure it out." And Lil, the son of Anu, took up their cause, and the brother Enki. I might have the names wrong, but we'll say Enlil helped the Ijiji by making the humans, doing the 7 iterations of man, and Enki is the one who caused the downfall of man with the flood.
Well, that may be true, but then that wouldn't explain the reptilian section in our brain.
No, that because that comes
but-
after
but-
this. They come
No,
after the Anunnaki
because-
left is when the reptilians come, right? They don't. I don't think they're.
No,
I don't think they're
actually-
contemporary.
So the reptilians come according to both the Egyptians, the Sumerians, and the Dogon. They come at the end of the first creation of man, being they're the end of the first creation of man. So they created all these species. None of them worked, but the last creation of man, the one that looked like us but didn't act like us, they were much more docile. That species was running around. The fucking reptilians seen it and got pissed because the reptilians consider this their planet. They didn't even think the fucking they would have started a war, but they knew the Greys would show up if they did. So they were like, okay, fuck this. We'll do this a different way. They just inbred with the local population and converted the local population into their beliefs. That population simply just removed the Sumerians, all of them, not just the aliens, but they removed the Sumerians too. They all went by the way they went.
All
All
that
of
stuff,
them.
all that stuff Jay just said is in those Simon paperback Necronomicons, which I dug out recently. I had them
Yeah.
hidden in a garage, and I was like, "Do I really need to bring these inside? Probably not." But anyway, I've interviewed Peter Levenda, and it's weird
Yeah.
because a lot of
I
the
was there.
stuff, a lot of those stuff in that he wrote those or was part of it. But anyway, a lot of the stuff is the same stuff about the IgG and all that. It's pretty weird for sure. So there's some
Yeah.
stuff that's truth in there. I'm not saying it all is, but those are weird little
Yeah,
books.
they well, it just depends what you go by. The Sumerian text talks about this. There's actually written text about this. The first thing
Yeah.
they tell you is a race came here, a single race. Nobody was with them. That race hit this planet and instantly started dying. They got back in their ships. They moved their ship and they created a dome and then they started building the dome. They didn't do anything. According to this text, it was like robotic. It was being done by, they described it as magic. The stones and stuff were moving with nothing around them. That's how
Levitation
they-
or sound, yeah.
So they were basically building a city by will. So they build a city, they move into the city, they create another one because they know they're going to create another race. Now, whether Jay's right and they might have had a slave race brought in, which is possible, they might have just picked up their little phone and said, hey, look, there's not enough of us here. We need some help. It's a big planet, a lot of things on it. Send some people in. Or they just,
part of the problem is that these texts are, 8,000, 9,000
Yeah,
years
they
old. They're fragmented because they're written on clay tablets, and some of them are broken, pieces are missing. Some of them are written
Yeah,
on
there's-
fabric or skin
what
scrolls, and
happened-
again, also patchwork that have holes and missing data. And so I think the only full book out of the whole Dead Sea Scrolls was a lot of information. It wasn't just the Book of Enoch. It was lots and lots of different books. I think
The Book of Thomas was in it. The
yeah,
Book
Book
of
of Thomas.
Thomas.
Books you haven't even heard of in the Bible or came out of this thing. But they didn't have the full books because they were all damaged. But with all that was in there, the bulk, the popular book in these collections was the Book of Enoch.
Yeah,
There's all the copies that they had of Book of Enoch. They were able to piece it together in whole because all the copies filled in all the gaps from all the earlier copies. But the other books that were in there weren't enough whole to make full books either. But we have a wider picture. And the Book of Enoch talks about some weird shit. I mean, it talks about Chiron. Chiron is Saturn. It talks about Jupiter. It talks about the great storm on Jupiter. It talks about Mars. It talks about the fifth planet before it was a pile of rubble. It talks about the Watchers being on the Red Wanderer, the planet Red. They talk about the mark on Mars, the Malus Varinaris. The Book of Enoch talks about things that we didn't know until the 1930s or later.
Yeah,
We didn't know there was a valley like that on Mars until after. In the 1930s, we thought it was, it had roads on it. Mars Canali, or whatever they call it.
So Jack, so the Sumerians are doing all of this. Meanwhile, while the Sumerians are doing this, the Mesopotamians are coming along, the Dogon are coming along, the Egyptians are coming along. For some reason, wherever the Dogon were living, wherever the Dogon were living, the Nemus decided that's where they wanted to go. There must have been a lake there or something. They came down in a ship and they parked their ship in the lake. They came walking out the lake. They're reptilians. They came walking out the lake and they started teaching the Dogon all sort of interesting stuff, which we can get into. But for some reason, the reptilians were pissed when they seen the humans. They decided to intervene on our behalf, not on the aliens' behalf, but on our behalf. They said, okay, well, this is how we're going to do it. They went and took the women, introduced their DNA into them. We all have that reptilian section in our brain, and it makes a big difference in who and what the fuck we are. Without it, we would just be a bunch of wimps walking around the planet like little cows. We'd just basically be cows is what we'd be.
Hey, Mish.
Hey, Miss.
It makes a
Hey,
difference.
Mish.
Being human nature, they were being held down. They were being oppressed. They rebelled. And they rebelled hard, and it ended the Sumerian race. That was the end of their race. That was it. Not just that, it probably was what brought down the Mesopotamians, too.
Yeah,
Might even brought
wasn't
down
the
first
Akkadians
dynasty.
that took them out? The Sumerians?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It seems like this.
Hey,
was
hey,
from the
Google.
other side.
Who took out the Sumerian race? Was it the Akkadians or the Babylonians?
I think it was more of a decadence
Neither the
thing.
Akkadians nor the Babylonians took out the Sumerians as a race. Instead, the Sumerian civilization
Well,
faded
I'm like
through
a
a long,
decadent.
gradual process of cultural
Like
and
the
linguistic
Romans.
assimilation.
Yeah.
Just
The
like us.
Akkadians
Hey,
began
Google, stop. So,
to
yeah, they were.
millennium
Hey,
BC.
Google, stop.
They
They
were
just collapsed and absorbed into Acadia and Babylon.
they were defeated from within. Is how they were defeated.
Yep. That's what it sounds
Just
like.
like many other cultures were on this planet, and America has to watch that itself because we're on that course.
Yeah, we're in that right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dare
Unfortunately.
call forth Tiamat, who spills the blood of men.
Mhm.
Did you ever want? You should run for
What you're
politics in
doing?
Florida, man.
What?
You should run for politics in Florida.
No, the hell I shouldn't.
Become a representative. They'd let you. You can easily
I
make
saw
a rep.
Hunter S. Thompson ran for mayor of Texas, a documentary recently. That was pretty funny, but
You should run for mayor. You should run for mayor as a progressive too. You'd probably win.
you need them, that's for sure.
You know. We're
I
gonna.
could see Jeffrey being the mayor. I can see it.
Carville, you want to talk to James Carville tonight? We can. We got James Carville tonight.
James is such a pussy. He's
You wanna
Jay, you got a question here.
Hey,
What's that?
Jay, did you watch season 4, episode 1 of Stranger Things: New Worlds?
Strange New World. Yeah.
You mean Star
Did you-
Trek?
yeah,
Yeah, Strange New
Star Trek,
Worlds.
yeah.
I haven't, Miss.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, the druggy
Uh,
one. Yeah, and then
I'll-
there was the puppet one.
Yeah,
They need help.
The puppet one was hilarious. Oh man, it was so over the top.
At least it was.
It was so over the top.
Yeah, but it was Dallas, and it wasn't Dallas in the old way. Like Dallas had that whole fifth season it turned out to be that who shot Jr. Well, it was just Jr's wife's dream at the end of the season. So we stopped watching the show after that. So it wasn't that kind of season killing, but it was. I liked the ending because it made the nod back to the Dallas fiasco where the whole season was someone's dream.
It kind of did. Or the Newhart show, where that whole thing was Bob Newhart's dream. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been watching Landman, and after a 7-year relationship ending, it's the perfect Billy Bob mashup for me right now with Hot Chicks and Billy Bob Thornton. So
Yeah,
perfect.
good
Billy
stuff.
Bob's always fun. One of our regular guests is in that TV series.
No kidding.
He's a regular. Yeah, he does a lot of work for Writers of the Future too. He's Jim Mescal.
Who is it? Who is it?
Jim Mescal.
Jim Mescaline.
What does he do?
Oh,
Voices. He's a voiceover artist, and he's an actor.
an actor,
He did
too.
a lot of Batman stuff, Batman animated series.
oh yeah, the extra planet, and yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. In the Star Trek Strange New Worlds, their little
Yeah,
time
that
travel.
was a really good one.
That was impressive. Yeah, I was like, oh, I get it.
That's kind of what we
pretty-
were talking about earlier in the show about that.
I know. I'm
the
motherfuckers trying to
structure
steal
of
my theories, man. I'm gonna get on their ass. It's,
Augie Noss last night on the show said that they use a red filter at NASA to hide the real landscape, and they put up a red filter to block out the real colors. Is that
Okay,
true,
first
NASA
off-
person?
Yeah,
No,
but-
they
A little
got
bit.
caught. No, they did. They got caught for that. So,
Yeah, they totally
some of
got
the
caught.
pictures- Some of the '70s pictures of the Mars plateau, Mars terrain, they browned it out, and they got caught for using those filters.
I
to make it look
told
more-
you.
Yeah, they sure did.
I
Yeah.
told you
Oh,
that it's
I
all
think the planet's
CGI.
real, but they've. Oh no, they've been futzing with the photography of that planet forever. Is the planet real? In my opinion, absolutely yes. I've seen it. Through telescopes and stuff. But
if you want to really see the real color of Mars, from time to time, they take the rover and they turn it up at the sky so you can see Mars's night sky. So when they do,
Yeah.
they turn it back to true color. And when they turn it back to true color, as they're scanning up, you can see the terrain around
Yeah.
and see what color everything is.
It's
Yeah.
iron oxide, yes.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, first
it's
off,
it's similar to the Grand Canyon, so it's not all red. It's
Yeah.
brownish too. So yeah,
Again,
But
again,
that's what they found out in the '70s. They were finding that everyone thinks that the planet is red. So when the lander I think was the '75 maybe I think was that Mariner, I don't remember.
Viking.
But
yeah, I
Viking,
think so.
thank you.
Or something.
So yeah, I think that's
Viking.
So where Viking landed. It was in a majority brown area, and then when they turned around and they see red stuff, they were like, well, we got to do something. So I think what they did was they decided it was more brown than red. So let's
They had to
Yeah,
balance it.
overall.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay,
balance it out
it's
with a-
okay.
with a-
I have a question
nailed
for
for it.
I got a question for everybody, especially
Yeah.
Mr. Nassau guy and Mr. Tim Cernani.
God damn, you're Nazi,
I'm
How-
NASA guy. I should get my shirt. Go ahead.
Yeah,
How
man. Oh,
how did
uh,
they come up? How did they come up with the names of planets?
Oh, that was done back in not Copernicus. Way back with the Greeks and stuff. They came up with most of that.
They named him after the gods.
Yeah,
Not a straight answer.
it's
That
true.
was good
This is
answer.
exactly what happened.
Good Joe right now.
Hey, baby.
It's the Joe Only show.
Come on, Montaldo. Come on.
Everybody was kung fu
See,
fighting.
here's the deal. Here's the
Hey,
deal,
y'all
everybody.
get to see these twice,
Here's the
look.
deal. Here's the deal. We
That's
got
what you call
5 people
sexy,
on this
baby.
panel tonight, right? You got 5 people, 5 guys,
I only see one
And-
person.
and he's
Who's what you're
jealous.
talking about?
And he's jealous that
I
there's
can only
4
see
other
one
guys.
person.
He's not the sexy one no more. He's
Oh, I'm
not
always
the
a sexy one, baby. I'm always a sexy one. There's a, Ooh, it got me
Excuse
twice.
me.
See, look at that. Look at that. It's,
No one wants
That's
me. I have
awesome.
one. I have one testicle. So Joe has
All
I,
right.
I have 4 actually.
4. Let me see
Yeah,
those.
the planet I come from, we have
Tim.
4.
Tim,
Tom
Here you go,
Green
buddy.
has one. I watch a lot of Tom Green because he has one testicle.
Let me look at that. Oh, there you go. Ooh, look at you. You got all kinds of stuff.
these are
Look at that.
Ridge wallet and Ridge keychain. The light part does glow in the dark, and like Jeffrey said, yeah, never a straight answer. Yeah, I thought they were cool. Good
That's
to see you in the
awesome.
dark.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I used to have the NASA polo. I had NASA on the chest. That was fun. I don't know where that is. It's probably
I have a question for the NASA guy. What's the weirdest, craziest thing that you ever saw there? The first thing that comes to your head, and is it beyond the clearance, or can you speak of it?
I can speak of it, and it wasn't necessarily the craziest thing, but it was one of the coolest things. There was a Harrier jet that was testing its new Attitude rockets thing, It was great because it did kind of look like a UFO at first because the way the place is laid out, I was by the 120 tunnel and the acoustics there are freaking weird, man. But so I see this thing just sitting there. It's hovering and it looks like a UFO. So what the heck is that? So I sit there and I watch it. I'm in this little golf cart thing. I'm supposed to go be getting some supplies. I'm captured by whatever the heck this thing is. And then it goes profile. And I was like, oh, it's a Harrier. And it was cool, though. The way it was maneuvering, it was super sharp. It was jig, 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 jig. It was just turning. And it turns out they're testing new attitude rockets for it. That would, new avionics, I guess, too. That would just make the Harrier more adaptable to changing its angle on the fly. I just thought that was the coolest thing in the world.
Well,
That's the first thing that popped in my head.
I got a good
sure a lot
follow-up
of
for you on
people
that.
have seen it and they've gone, UFO, there's a UFO.
Oh, so to Tim's story, my father, when we were younger, I think I was 12 maybe, took us to Andrews Air Force Base. They had an open house in an air show. And
Sure.
I might have been 13, so it might have been 82, 83, somewhere around there. No, 80,
Okay.
79, 80, 79 or 80. But anyway,
Okay.
they said, watch this plane. It does something special. So we're all standing and this plane comes down the runway like a traditional plane, just then takes off.
Yeah.
Then it stops midair. Boom. Dead stop. And everyone was like, what the fuck? I mean, my dad and I were still like, what the fuck? And then it turned around and did a 360. And everyone's going,
Yeah.
what the fuck is this? So then it stops its circle. Okay, so the runway is this way in front of us, and the plane is over there, and there's a whole line of people lining the runway. So the plane goes, it turns, aims at the people, angles like this, and goes sideways
Okay.
all the way down the runway. Then it does a circle at the other side, at the other end of the runway, comes, I mean, like real quick, boom, from the one other end to like, I don't know what it did, a booster rocket, I don't know. Got over to right in front of where we were, did a 360, and then landed like a helicopter. My dad, my brother, my sister, and I, we all went to the bathroom to clean our shorts because we shitted ourselves. It was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen in my life.
Was it a Harrier?
It was a Harrier drum jet, yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
It was the
Wait a
actual
minute, I have a
unveiling
question.
of the craft to the
Go ahead.
There was
United States
really
Air Force.
was there really a short incident? Because it seemed like there was really a short incident that happened during this.
No, the chart incident was fictional, but everything else is real. But I'm
yeah,
sure
that was
there were
cool.
plenty of people who saw that did shit themselves. It was amazing.
Oh yeah, the Harrier was pretty impressive in its day.
One time around Christmas, I was really sick. I sneezed and had a short incident and chipped my tooth on the bathroom counter.
Oh my,
I have to look at that every day. That's my life.
oh my. Lord have mercy.
And that was just a little too much, Jeff. Thank you, but a little much.
We are on the chat. We are on the chat. Everything goes.
That's us. Woohoo!
Did we?
Oh, God.
Oh, that's pretty cool. What am I looking at here?
Oh, was this a failed one?
Oh,
No. Jesus Christ.
So this is a Dragon Age escape feature. Is this what this is?
that's kind of fun.
I saw a Dragon test. It was a scaled down one. I don't know what. they
What
were
if there was a game?
launching
no
at,
pay to
but
win,
the launch-
no ads interrupting?
They suck.
Me too, man. No, wow.
I'm feeling-
We were wondering if Blue Chew Gold was worth the upgrade.
Daddy, you wanna play?
Maybe later, little man. Daddy's beat.
Who beat you?
Nah, little man. Nobody beat Daddy. Daddy just mad tired.
That's okay, Daddy. I keep you safe. Nobody gonna beat my daddy again. I got you, Daddy. Daddy!
That's cute. Oh, my favorite plane ever is the A10.
Yep,
Love that
mine too,
jet.
buddy. Did they upgrade that?
Oh, you might want to hit.
Yeah,
we don't
they
get
did.
on it.
Now it's time!
Because I heard
This
they
is
were
why
getting rid of
blocking
them.
spam calls never stops them.
They keep saying that and they never do. It always proves itself. Okay, dogs with pudding. All right, second.
Oh my god. Oh, you're kidding.
No.
Really? Frozen pudding.
It must be dog safe pudding. Joe, what are we watching?
I'm trying to get to the remote. Hold on, man. I'll get us out of here.
Okay.
It's scary.
Are they even gonna want that? It's all fruit and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dog.
That looks kind of nasty for dogs.
Okay. Oh, it's like a friendly chew toy kind of thing, or a snack. Okay.
Look at them pigs. Look at them pigs go. Yeah.
They sound like pigs too. Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely, John. They're fantastic. Saw that video. That's fantastic.
Frontieris' next generation fuel discovery technology called FastForm is a significant step forward. It uses plentiful existing energy-rich materials and quickly extracts maximum energy value hydrocarbons while creating a more empowering environment.
If this is true, this rewrites history. This is the complete 3D model that me and Corrado did, the tomographies that we have done on the Giza Plateau. So it's not just under the Great Pyramid, it's under all three pyramids. And also the Sphinx. And also the Sphinx. Yes. Do they go down to a uniform depth? Yes, absolutely. At the end of the structures of these tubes that are going down, there are huge chambers. Wow. If this is true, this rewrites history. This is the complete 3D model that me and Corrado did, the tomography.
Okay, gentlemen, it is dinner time for me. I got to jump out. It's been a blast hanging out with you for as long as I have. Everyone at home, thanks for watching and listening.
Good to
I'll
see
see
you,
you guys
Tim.
soon.
Good to
Good to see you too.
Yep.
Good to meet you, Rob Reiner. I thought Rob Reiner died.
Rob Reiner was,
I'm not Rob Reiner, I promise.
I know. I'm kidding. All right, I appreciate
All right.
it. It's good to meet you. I
Take
like
care.
Your vibe. I like the vibe.
Yeah, I like your vibe too, man. Take care. Bye bye. See you.
So why do we got
No,
rods going to
they're
the
not
pyramid?
pillars, they're tubes. They're tubes,
Yeah,
John.
yeah. They're like they're supposed to be little spiral thingies like you see in the concrete tubes. Well, Jay's worked in big stores before, so they make these tubes you fill with concrete. Well, they got some that's got spirals on them, so you can screw them down in the ground and fill them.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying that's what that is. That could be a set of jacks, as far as I know. Them things might have been raising them up and down. I mean, we don't know if they're screws and if they go down or not. All we see is the block. Is there holes in the floor where these things can screw down?
But it also, I think it kind of blows away the possibility that the Egyptians did it. I mean, how if they don't have the way to actually build the pyramids, there's no way they built these tunnels,
Well,
these tubes.
This would give more credence for the tubes. The pyramids existed 15,000 years ago.
And being created by an advanced race before us.
Yeah. Well, it would make sense if you lived during the time of the floods, you'd be able to jack the city up and raise it and lower it. Other than that, I don't know why you would do it unless you were catching a ship. But they all
maybe they were cisterns to
Tomographies
like the
that we
water from
have
the
done
flood.
on the Giza Plateau. So it's not just
turn his voice down so we can see it. And you don't know.
Yeah, me and Jenny had a show on this.
Yeah, a lot of people came up with a lot of things about it, but the problem
And
was,
we came up with the deal. Could it be, if it is for fuel, is it possible that the spaceships come down and get charged up on them?
it could be. It could be just like we plug into a plane and fuel them in the air, as far as we know.
Well, my speculation was until Chris Dunn. I don't know where he got the sampling for it, but he was able to sample stains on the walls in the Queen's Chamber of the Great Pyramid, and those stains were of two chemicals that combined together that they create a chemical reaction and you pour them together, and they create hydrogen. So my first speculation was that maybe the three buildings, the three Great Pyramids, were solid and or liquid fuel processing facilities that made fuel. And with what Chris Dunn has done, it seems more that like they were, like you said, Sean, a magnetic charger. You know, like in Stargate, the actual they had pyramid-shaped starships that would come down and land on the pyramid. So maybe and then maybe that's what those tunnels, those chutes. There's several chutes. Maybe that's, you know, cables go in and it's charged that way. I don't know, but that's a great idea.
It is bedtime. Let's go.
This has never happened. Yes, bring it back. Yes, bring it back. Come here. I gotta deliver it back. Since you took it from me. No.
No bite.
Hello.
This is clogged arteries. This is clogged arteries. This is clogged arteries. And the best thing to unclog your arteries is not cutting salt, diet.
Where you going, baby?
I'm going to me mom's house.
Why are you going to me mom's?
Too many rules in this house. It's real hard to survive around here. I done made up my mind.
Where you going, baby?
I'm going to me mom's house.
Why are you going to me mom's?
Too many rules in this house. It's real hard to survive around here. I done made up my mind.
That's funny.
I'm checking
Sounds
out.
like the fact that he got attacked for this tells you everything you need to know.
I went walking in the greatest part of this city, Central Park, leaned against a tree, and started to read the craziest script. So the movie goes like this. The biggest drug cartels in the world get together and buy up all the media and all the politicians and force all the people in the world to stay locked in their homes. And people can only come out if they take the cartel's drugs and keep taking them over and over. I threw the script away. I mean, who is going to believe that crazy idea?
The fact that he got attacked for this tells you everything you need to know.
I went walking in the greatest part.
This is up Jay's alley. Oh.
Workplace violence. Oh, that's
This is funny. This is funny.
I like the one with the birds better though.
Yeah. Melodramatic.
That was Oscar level.
Mojito man. It's Mojito, the actor. Oh, you got me. You got me good.
That was Oscar level.
It turns out one of the fastest growing segments.
This is the first time that there's ever been a rocket where that is possible. That's what makes Starship so profound. I mean, it also happens to be the largest flying object ever made, the heaviest flying object ever made, the most powerful moving object of any kind.
The ugliest.
The Starship V3 is more than double the thrust of the Saturn V moon rocket. By version 4, we'll be pretty much 3 times the thrust of a Saturn V moon rocket. And we expect Starship to be flying more than once per hour down the road. This is the first time that there's ever been a rocket where that.
More than once per hour. Oh, this looks like trouble. This is Jeffrey and Jay hanging out. Serious stuff.
Look, the super popular garlic scallops are buy 2 get 2 free. Grab them now.
We don't.
Would it be fair to say that if
here we go.
we had discovered life on Mars,
Oh
President
man, Sean,
Biden
it's
would
Mars.
have sent it money?
I think that's fair.
And would it be fair to say that the amount of money that President Biden and my Democratic friends spent was
Biden
so
spending more money to
outrageous
take
that it
planets.
resulted in 9% inflation? Is that a fair statement?
Precisely, and I was one of the people that was noting that at the time. They passed the bills that led directly to 9% inflation, historically so.
And that gutted middle-class Americans like a fish, did it not?
It was one of the most regressive taxes you can imagine.
You inherited a mess, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Would it be fair to say that if we had discovered life on Mars, President
Okay, Heidi.
Biden would have sent it money?
I think that's fair.
And would it be fair to say that the amount of money that President Biden and my Democratic friends spent was so outrageous that it resulted in 9% inflation? Is that a fair statement?
Precisely, and I was one of the people that was noting that at the time. They passed the bills that led directly to 9% inflation, historically so.
And that gutted middle-class Americans like a fish, did it not?
It was one of the most regressive taxes you can imagine.
You inherited a mess, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Would it be fair to say that if we had discovered life on Mars, President Biden would have sent it money?
I think that's fair.
And
What the hell?
would it be fair?
There we
All right,
go.
Stuck.
I'm able to mute it, but I can't stop it.
Well, it's stuck. Oh, there we go. Sorry. I was on the wrong page. It wasn't stuck.
It's nice and compact. You can still fit a.
That's what we were doing, man.
This is funny.
Up,
Joe, when I
up,
s-
up.
Joe,
Hey,
when
hey,
I
pick it up
when
a
I
flower.
see these two, Joe, when I see these two, I think of your dogs. Honestly,
That bad dog. I gotta have to throw that bad dog out in the yard, man.
no, like little yapper.
That was funny.
It could be worse.
Sheldon, buddy, he's my baby. He's my baby, okay?
What's this?
No. Sheldon, buddy, he's my baby. He's my baby, okay?
No. This may be the moment that Trump changed American politics.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
If I'd known about the weed killer spray earlier, I would never work my.
We gotta win here on the AI hardware and the AI software. That maybe is the most important message. I think that is actually the most important message I wanted to convey today, is that we must win on AI, because the future is overwhelmingly AI and robots.
Yep. Oh, well, yeah. Robot. Uh-oh, what's this? Oh, this is my girlfriend.
I
That
tried
is losing it?
every type of ED medication,
Oh, we on
Viagra or
screen? No,
Sildenafil
maybe not.
and
Okay.
Cialis
Yeah, it's
or
up.
Nanofil. I know this
Oh,
works for
it's
some people, but I did not get
See,
reliable
YouTube lets
results.
you shift around more than
For-
Facebook does.
It's time for Lefties Losing It. Now, we've spoken at length about the mental health crisis that appears to be afflicting young leftist women, and the internet is not helping. The performative
looks weird today or
meltdowns,
something. What's
desire to share wild emoting is seeing too many clips like this uploaded.
What the heck?
The hell's
What's wrong
that?
with this person?
Now, if you
It's
want to
ice.
let off steam by throwing ice
I'm
cubes
there.
at your bath, then go right ahead. But do we need to film it? Is the attention seeking helping anyone? And as we've discussed this week on the program, the number of Liberal women identifying with a confessed killer, Lindsay Clancy, who strangled her 3 children, is frightening. They've raised around $1 million for this murderer, and they are filming clips featuring Lindsay Clancy's diary entries while holding their own babies.
My mind never shuts off. It's constantly thinking of the next thing someone needs. I can't shut it off. I desperately want to go back
That's
to
it.
work, but now I don't know how I'm going to function, and it worries me.
You know, I think I preferred it when these Liberal ladies were just accusing the grieving father rather than identifying with a killer. Now for a change of pace, and it seems more and more brave and stunning ladies are showing their support for the WNBA and perhaps even nominating for the draft. I like the form of these two. Yeah, the security guard did not look impressed. Now, let's have a look at some polling data from CNN that would have triggered their audience. Yes, Trump's numbers are down, but look at the Democrats. They're in all sorts of trouble.
PU when it comes to the Democratic brand, the net favorability rating of the Democratic Party. You know, back in 2018, when Democrats, during the first Trump presidency, right, when they were able to win back control of the House, they were even. They were even, right? Favorable minus unfavorable, even at 0-0-0. Now look at this. 25 points underwater. Oof.
We're going to miss White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt schooling members of the media who act like the Democrats' propaganda arm.
What a stupid question. I'm now regret giving a question to the Associated Press. You're a left-wing hack. You're not a reporter.
So if there were peaceful protests on Saturday for the military parade, President Trump would allow that.
Of course the president supports peaceful protests. What a stupid question.
She was the youngest press secretary, but she was competent, articulate, and smart as a whip and never took a backward step.
Executive branch. Who's the head of the executive branch? The President of the United States. He has the right to fire people within the executive branch. It's a pretty simple answer. With all due respect, only a reporter from the New York Times would ask a question like that.
And even before she became White House press secretary, she was triggering the leftist media. Watch this CNN meltdown from Casey Hunt when Caroline Leavitt reminded her of some home truths about her colleagues.
It takes someone 5 minutes to Google Jake Tapper, Donald Trump, to see that Jake Tapper has consistently
stop this interview if you're going to keep
President
attacking my
Trump to
colleagues.
Adolf Hitler.
Ma'am, I'm going to stop this interview if you continue to attack my colleagues. I would like to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for.
Yes.
If you are here to speak on his behalf,
and I
am
will
willing
do
to
that.
have this conversation.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay.
Now, as
I'm
for
sorry,
this
guys.
debate,
We're going to
the
come back out to the
expectation
panel.
for-
Caroline,
the
thank you very much for
expectation
your time. You are welcome to come back at any point. She is welcome to come back and speak about Donald Trump, and Donald Trump will have equal time to Joe Biden when they both join us now at later this week in Atlanta for this debate.
Now, just when you think CNN has
Yeah,
hit rock
she messed her
bottom, that they couldn't stoop any lower, well, they find a way to dig. Earlier in the week, we brought you the smear campaign against President Trump's personal aide, Natalie Harp, a woman who survived advanced cancer thanks to a Trump law change on experimental treatments. And then she came to work for the president. Then the Democrats decided to smear her by suggesting there was something improper about her relationship with the president. And of course, the proud feminists of CNN ran with the smear, even asking the president about it. But the gutter dwellers found a new low when they went searching for a family member of Natalie Harp's who is anti-Trump and willing to come on CNN to humiliate her and push along this toxic manufactured narrative. Shame on Erin Burnett for partaking in this smear campaign, and shame on Preston Harp, the brother of Natalie, for appearing on CNN.
Learned right about his incredible reliance on her at all hours of the day to post social media posts, just as one example.
Yeah. I think that Trump's best friends are people who are his fan club, you know? And so she's his biggest fan. And so that's probably why he likes her. And like,
That
she's
dude was like he's on some heavy duty drugs there.
She's got a good personality. I don't know.
And why'd you bring this chick on?
I mean,
This dude on this
she thinks that
chick?
he
You
saved-
making this guy look like
he
an
thinks that
idiot.
he saved your life. So somebody living with that kind of gratitude, that must feel pretty good.
Joining me
Yeah,
now
he's
is
seriously
author
jealous,
and
man.
founder
Dude,
of
look at your
Wrong
sister. He
Speak
saved her life.
Publishing,
Be
Adam
nice.
B. Coleman. Adam, this entire story
I'd be happy if somebody
really
saved my
does
sister's
shame
life.
the Democrats and the media. I am shocked that some in the media are running with this. Natalie Harp is the president's personal aide. Of course,
it's enough of that
Trump's
story.
own popularity is diving. Why have the Democrats got a net favorability rating of minus 25% at the moment? This is a dramatic drop from less than a decade ago.
Yeah, I think the major reason is that the people who are actually growing within the Democratic Party are the least favorable people that you would actually want running anything. They're touting Mamdani, they're touting all these DSA-linked people as being the future of the Democratic Party.
This is pretty new.
Essentially allowing the communists to win over the party. And so the party of JFK, the party of being pro-union and being somewhat moderate in viewpoints is essentially gone. And anyone who is still voting for this particular party, who holds on to these beliefs, have to abandon ship, much like I did years ago.
Now, let's stick with some more data on the topics that voters care about leading into the midterms. And not surprisingly, the economy is right up there. Immigration is voters.
Bottom line when it comes to voters is, simply put, they don't care. They don't care. I mean, just look at these numbers. Okay, top issue in midterm vote. You can list up the 3 issues. The economy, not surprisingly, comes in at number 1 at 54%. Immigration, 28%. Look where climate change is. It's tied for 14th. Tied for 14th, all the way down here at 3%.
Adam, what do you see as being behind this change? Is it because people have figured out that you either have cheap, reliable energy or you prioritize emissions and net zero goals?
Well, they found out that climate change is
that
bullshit.
No, they found a lot of it's bullshit.
I mean,
that's
I've
for
always
sure.
seen the climate change discussion as a luxury position. Most of my family, most of the people I interact with are relatively middle class. And I've never heard them say, yeah, I'm voting for him because of climate change. But it always seems to come from the upper middle class and upper class who care about these luxury beliefs that the world's going to burn apart in 10 to 15 years, which, by the way, they said 10 to 15 years ago. So
exactly.
like, it's just one thing after another. The ozone layer was one thing, and then acid rain. And so anyone
did
with
Al
common
Gore
sense
run
is
for
looking back and saying, are there changes happening in the environment? Sure, but there's always changes happening in the environment. That the history of the
Google, when
world
did
includes changes in our environment.
what's the name? Al Gore run for president?
Oh, absolutely.
Damn
We've
it.
got
You can't
Al
have- Al
Gore invented the
on this
internet
program
and
regularly. He was on tonight,
figured
and
out
he's a
climate change.
geologist who will tell
But
you all
but
about
ask
the
Google when he
ice
ran. I
ages
can't
and
remember.
mass extinction
Yeah, hang on a
events
sec.
all
Hey,
through
Google.
the history of the
When did,
world. Now,
oh, shit, what was his name?
as now,
Al Gore.
Hey, Google, when did Al Gore run for president?
It's been a
Al
while.
Gore first ran for president in 1988, though he did not make it past the primary election. He
88.
later ran a second time as the Democratic nominee in the 2000 presidential election.
2000. Okay.
Yeah,
That's the one I'm
2000.
interested in. Yeah. 2000. That's
No, but the
26
funny thing
years
is
ago.
that he says he discovered it and whatever. Yeah, he didn't. And the really messed up thing is I think he only sampled like 5 or 6 scientists who were on the fringe of that research. As far as as far as I recall, the bulk of most atmospheric scientists all agree we didn't start climate change. We have a very minor effect on it, if any at all. And this is from scientists, if any at all. And then they also further extrapolated that the cows on this planet, their methane, although probably has an effect, is also, again, minimal. They said in the same program or the same report that probably if the herds of buffalo that were allegedly on this continent before they were slaughtered, there were billions of them or millions of them. That may have been a larger contributor than the cows on the planet now. So we have no effect on it, very little at all. And if we mess with it, we could wind up killing ourselves and the whole planet with us.
Death to the pigs. Death to the pigs. What the hell is this? Let's see.
Fortunately, the W in WNBA stands for welfare, right? The welfare league, which is subsidized by the NBA, operates in that particular fashion. They don't operate in a way of a regular business where they have some sort of foundation, where they do things to make a profit. They operate on luxury beliefs. They operate off of flimsy ideas. And so now they have an outside force pressing them on it. Are you truly allowing men within the WNBA? Are you going to finally define what a man is and what a woman is and actually have that division? So it'll be interesting to see how far Horace White is willing to go, but it'll be interesting to see how they are reacting to it.
Hey, I hear there's a new baby news Trump up with Kim Jong-un.
If your dad is paying all the bills, WNBA has never turned a profit. And everyone knows that the
profit. Now, this next story is incredible. The New York Post is reporting that biological parents of a child birthed by a surrogate mother, McKenna West, are suing her for more than $100,000 for keeping the baby rather than aborting it at the US. Nasheen Gilkar and Omar Ahmed filed a countersuit against McKenna West weeks before she gave birth in Texas to their baby, who was born with a serious and rare heart defect. Now, at around 20 weeks, the unborn child was diagnosed with a life-threatening medical condition, but McKenna West refused the surrogate's request to abort. She traveled from Alaska to Texas, where she has more rights, where she would be recognized as the birth mother under state law. I just can't believe this story, Adam, that you can have surrogates demand an abortion at 20 weeks. I know there were serious health issues detected, but that is just a request that is...
You change your mind.
I don't know. I find highly questionable. And the fact that this birth mother did not want to go through with it and now she's being sued, that's even more outrageous.
Yeah. I don't know if that's as outrageous as y'all making it out to be. Oh, what else we got on here? There's some Elon. Oh, there's some Bill Maher. There's some AOB. See where her boobies hanging out. But we got to go see that one.
Bill Maher just took a jab at AOC, and his audience absolutely loved it.
I remember when she was in her 20s, and now she's 36, she's freezing her eggs. Something career women do. I get it. Now, I don't know if this has anything to do with her decision, but she was engaged for quite a while, and the reports are this week that that's over, that the fiancé, they called it quits, although she says she hopes they can still remain comrades.
Bill Maher just took a jab at AOC, and his audience absolutely...
Did you hit your sister? Did she hit you? Maya, I saw it. Can you say sorry? Are you pretending she hit you now? Oh, let me see. Oh, it looks like lies. Did you hit your sister? Did she hit you?
I like that's pretty good. I love you, man.
Maya, I saw it. Can you say sorry? Are you pretending she hit you now? Oh, let me see. Oh, it looks like lies.
Malamutes or
Did you hit your sister?
Can't be real. What the hell are those things?
I know, they got ass. Air Force One flies alongside the President's Marine something. That looks like something out of Halo. That guy's right.
Looks like something out of like the Avengers.
The
Not
mist
me,
clings
guys.
heavy to the fjord
Not
tonight.
me.
Two shadows moving in the pale moonlight. I check my axe, you sharpen your blade. Side by side, we are never afraid. You want a ghost following in my wake. You're the shield that holds when the mountains quake. A queen of the forest, a wolf in the fray. We march to the rhythm of the iron gray. Equality carved in the runes we bear. The weight of the world is a weight we share.
The ravens are watching from the ancient tree. I look at you and I see me. No step behind, no soul to lead. Together we plant the warrior seed.
Gold in the fire,
Silver in the soul.
two halves of a heart making the circle whole.
When the shields clash loud and the arrows fly.
I got your back beneath the northern sky.
Through the thunder and the rain, through the mud.
I'm just gonna say it. Older men are in a completely different league right now, and they're secret.
Now, before his death, Charlie Kirk issued a warning.
Spiritual battle is coming to the West, and the enemies are wokeism or Marxism combining with Islamism to go after what we call the American way of life. And the American way of life is very simple. I want to be able to get married, buy a home, have kids, allow them to ride their bike till the sun goes down, send them to a good school, have a low crime neighborhood.
Now, before his death, Charlie Kirk.
Damn it.
I know. I'm back, buddy.
Serval.
These are the signs that an alcohol.
You too, John. Have a good evening, buddy.
saved the.
Hi, everyone.
Thanks,
It's
Good
me.
to
It's
you
the
too,
Donald.
buddy.
Get out of this mess. All right, what we got over here? Whoa, hello.
God, what is happening?
All right. Oh, look, this got to be Jeffrey's favorite guy down here,
Boston
Barron
salad,
Trump.
That's mine right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we see the time cap. Let's see.
What's that one there? Are We Alone breaks down UOP videos. What's that?
Where do you see that?
Right up there, Fox News. Are We Alone? Astrophysicist breaks down UAP videos. Right in the middle at the top.
Oh, up here.
Scroll
Okay.
up.
Yeah. Okay. Now, can't you believe what the fuck is he looking at?
This is the perfect pair for your iPhone, and it replaces 3 different chargers. This is the Ridge Magnetic Power Bank. It snaps on with MagSafe, so no cables, no guessing. 20-watt fast charging, 10,000 milliamp hours.
The American people are ready to receive the truth.
Humanity is not the only intelligence in the universe.
Humanity is not the only intelligent species. We are absolutely not alone.
Really?
For
Wow.
decades, UFOs or UAPs were largely dismissed as science fiction and conspiracy theory, but not anymore. As you just saw, the Age of Disclosure documentary put extraordinary claims about
Hey,
UAPs
Sherry.
back to the spotlight. Steven Spielberg's
Happy Saturday
Disclosure
to you
Day
too.
box office this summer. And now even Time Magazine is
Sherry.
putting the mystery front and center, saying America is
Jeez,
finally
woman.
taking
I got a question for Joe.
extraterrestrials seriously.
Hey, Sherry.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio also weighed in.
I don't know who it is. I don't know what it is, but there are things flying over our military installation and they're not ours. And we should look into this, be serious about it.
So what are we actually seeing in our skies? Well, there's a new UAP Science Advisory Council trying to answer that very question with science. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb is in charge. And this week, we sat down in his office at Harvard University to separate fact from fiction. For 80 years, people have been so interested in what we used to call UFOs, we now call UAPs. We now have 5 unprecedented releases of tranches of information from the Pentagon, these disclosures. Do you actually think we are in a time where we may actually identify what these objects are?
There is one thing that all Americans are interested in, and that is, are we alone? This question appeals to both sides of the political
I
spectrum.
can tell it's going to be too boring for me.
Are not characteristics. For example, they lasted for hours, much longer. And it could be believers who say, we don't need evidence, we already know the answer. The more accomplished neighbor, we can learn from their technology and perhaps come together
They could actually eat Jeffrey for dinner too. So
Hey
we
Joe,
don't-
I got something for you, Joe. My
What you got?
family members, my brother and my mom have had a weird incident happen that my brother said he saw my brother drinks sometimes. My mom drinks and does weed sometimes. But anyway, my brother said he woke up in the middle of the night and saw a thing on his roof, like some kind of mechanical kind of thing, and it was whirling lights, and there was a swastika on it. Now get this. Now I don't know what it was. Nazi webcams. I have no idea. But then later, my mom has an incident. She didn't say swastika, but something on her roof, watching like a weird, like a probe or a drone, or I don't know. They could just be like something in the astral realm. I don't know what it is, but it's weird that two people are seeing it. So is there a weird webcam that's happened? Oh, something weird happened to me too. I had a dream where I hurt my toe, and I woke up and my toe was hurt, and I could have kicked the side shelf. Maybe I did that, but it was an awkward angle. That was
If you
very
want your
odd
car to
do
look
that.
brand new,
But
be sure.
anyway, inside
Got a
my
question for all of y'all out
dream,
there.
I hurt my toe.
Got a question.
Woke up with a hurt toe.
Fuck, man, you getting violent, man. We gotta watch you.
Nazi drones are here, and I'm hurting myself in my dreams.
You say that, and then I look down on the right side of my screen and I see a little glyph with Hitler in it.
Bring out the bear Jew. Glorious bastards.
See, this is another one. This guy's turning on their party too. The Democrats are fucked, man. Steve
Yeah.
was such a loyal Democrat. To see him turning is just weird. To see
Click
James,
on that one about what if he won?
well, I mean, to see
The
James
Nazi one.
Carville. Wait, if he won. Where you see that one? I don't see where if he won.
Here was the world Hitler plan. What if he won? It's
Oh no,
swastika.
no, we seen that. We ain't watching that. Jay's trying to get us put in prison, man. Look at him.
How are we gonna get put in prison? I wanna
Man,
get-
there'd be liberals here kicking down the door. Yeah, you Nazi bastards! I'll work for Trump. Poor Jeffrey be going to jail, and they think he works for Trump. You know he hates a motherfucker. I mean, come on, that'd be a bitch. Go to jail for Trump, and you hate him.
Jay has a Hitler fetish.
It's
Hitler had some pretty good ideas. He just did it in the wrong way.
ain't nobody on here.
No.
Okay, no more
The
drugs.
American
He's
people are
officially
ready
cut off now.
to receive the truth.
Yeah, American people can bite my left nut.
Vlad the Impaler for president. Let's resurrect Vlad the Impaler with the
Morgan
Necronomicon.
Freeman is done letting the media bait him into brainless sound bites on race.
I think that race plays a part in wealth distribution, or either a mindset that you can't or cannot. Yeah.
No.
You don't?
No, I don't. You and I, we're proof. Why would race have anything to do with it? Put your mind to what you want to do and go for that. It's kind of like religion to me. It's a good excuse for not getting there.
But I know the cynic would just say that Morgan Freeman is the exception. But I say, just how many exceptions does it take to disprove the rule? The truth, first of all, is that acknowledging history doesn't have to mean using it as a perpetual mental crutch. But telling people to pull themselves up by their bootstraps also doesn't have to mean you deny the weight of history and past injustices. And that's what makes Morgan Freeman so frustrating for a corporate media that wants you to dwell on your divisions. He's far
We
too
need to
intelligent
put
for either the
together a
left or the
death
right on the race
metal
debate to claim him as their mouthpiece.
I said to some of my colleagues recently, and so I know that it's an issue, but it seems like every single day on television I'm talking about race, and it's because of the news cycle, it's in the news, but sometimes I get so tired of talking about it. I want to just go, this is over, can we move on?
And if you talk about it, it exists.
Right.
It's not like it exists and we refuse to talk about it, but making it a bigger issue than it needs to be is the problem we have.
And while Don stayed in quiet agreement with Morgan Freeman in this particular interview, he actually went back to the usual race hustling on his show all the way until he was eventually fired from CNN around 3 years ago.
The part that I find insulting is when you say today Black Americans don't have those rights after we have gone through civil rights.
Oh man, whatever. White boys.
You see that bear get hit in the nuts? This one? Yeah, it's pretty wonderful.
This is great.
This is one of the greatest videos ever. What's he doing?
Scratching.
Scratching, man.
God, that's gotta feel fucking awesome.
Yeah, look at him. He's just rubbing his back. Is there any other animal that does that?
Oh no! Oh, he caught himself.
Instantly just a dude. You see that bear get hit in the nuts? This one? Yeah, it's pretty wonderful.
This is great.
This is one of the greatest videos ever. What's he doing? Scratchy, man.
God, that's gotta feel fucking awesome.
Yeah, look at him. He's just rubbing his back. Is there any other animal that does that?
Oh no! Oh, he caught himself.
Asian girls with good English.
Who's that screaming ass?
So diggity 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 hey, diggity 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 hey, diggity 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 diggity
Man.
diggity hey.
Sean, where'd you find this shit?
Wow.
Oh, it's like watching a train wreck at this point.
In this car, you don't exist. Don't tell me what to do. When you lose your keys and you crash into. In this life, I don't exist. Don't tell me what to do. So,
This is why blocking screen calls never
That was
stops.
just queer.
Pringles aren't potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that? So Pringles used to be called on the packaging Pringle potato chips or Pringle chips. The FDA made them remove the chips because they're not chips. They taste so good they do, but in the FDA policy, you have to have potato in your product to call it chips. Yeah. When you look at Pringles, if you get, and you can go research it, they're not potato, they're crushed up powder. They crush up this it's just like chemicals and make it into a paste. And then they dry it. And that's a Pringle. Pringles aren't.
This is clogged art.
Ooh, ouch. Ooh, ouch. Ouch. Alex, I could show you all the block moves for that, though.
Pretty cool. It's a good technique.
This is funny. This is funny.
Hey, buddy, you're heading for the ground, not the pool.
About the man that think I am at home. Oh, no, no, no. I'm a rocket man, burning out the fuse out there.
A good shot, man.
Tile Survive has to be one of the most.
Shut the f up. That is hilarious.
The story has it that I and Gorbachev were in his limousine, and I had the head of our Secret Service unit, and he had his chief security man with him, and we were sightseeing. And we got out to where there was a waterfall. We got out of the car to look at the waterfall.
Wait for it.
And the Secretary General Gorbachev said to my man, "Go ahead, jump, go over the fall." My man said, "I've got a wife and 3 kids."
Here it comes.
So he turned to his own man and said, "Go on, jump, go over the fall." And he did. And my man went down the rocks around the fall to see if he could be of help, and there he was down there wringing out his shirt. And he said, "When he told you to jump and go over the falls, why did you do that?" He said, "I got a wife and 3 kids."
Shut the.
This guy blessed Texas with his own hand.
3, 2. Most cats are chronically dehydrated because
they're cats. Uh-oh. Yeah, going the uh-oh. Oh no, it's a typhoon.
Here it comes!
It's a tsunami.
Oh no, that's a movie.
That's the shot. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Action.
Very cool.
Nice little weird.
Here
I
it
can
comes.
riding that little thing.
shot. Keep rolling. Keep rolling.
Okay.
Oh wow, this is gold. This is gold.
Don't miss your chance to see the.
Let's go. It may seem a little crazy, pretty baby, but I promise mama's gonna be alright. And if you ask me to, daddy's gonna buy you a mockingbird. I'ma give you the world. I'ma buy a diamond ring for you. I'ma sing for you. I'll do anything for you to see you smile. It may seem a little crazy, pretty baby, but I promise mama's gonna be alright. And if you
Sometimes you have to get it to buy you a scooter and go for a ride.
Transformer bullshit.
Sheldon, buddy, that's my baby. Seriously? He's not yours. You're never giving him back, are you? Sheldon, buddy, that's my baby.
Freaking Samoans.
Seriously? He's not yours. You're never giving him back, are you? Sheldon.
It's a Samoyed.
So walking is one of the best ways to lose.
No, it's a,
Sheldon.
So walking is one of the best ways to lose weight if you stop guessing. Most people walk randomly and hope it works. It doesn't. Weight loss.
Missile inbound. Shot. Brace for shot. Missile inbound. Inbound. Starboard side. Brace for shot. Brace for shot. Brace for shot. Missile inbound. Shot. Brace for shot. Missile inbound. Inbound. Starboard side. Brace for shot. Brace for shot. Brace for shot. Missile inbound. Shot. Brace for shot. Missile inbound.
All right, Brits, thank God you're out there with us.
It could be worse.
Cool.
Control panel's toast. Damage is way worse than I.
So you think that I should pay 70% of my income above $2 million in tax?
$2 million a year?
Yes. Do you
I
think
your next dollar should be taxed at 70%?
Okay, so if that's the deal, you know what I would do? Once my income got to $2 million, I would stop working for the year. I would furlough my employees and say, you know what? I've made my limit. I'm not going to work for 30 cents on the dollar. I'm playing golf. I'm going fishing. I'll see you next February. How about that? So you think that I should pay 70% of my income above $2 million in tax?
$2 million a year?
Yes. Do you
I
think
your next dollar should be taxed at 70%?
Okay, so if that's the deal, you know what I would do? Once my income got to $2 million, I would stop working for the year. I would furlough my employees and say, you know what? I've made my limit. I'm not going to work for 30 cents on the dollar. I'm playing golf. I'm going fishing. I'll see you next February. How about that? So you.
Filter or something.
I just found out. We were talking right before the show. Is it about Dearborn?
Dearborn, Michigan.
Outrage over comments at a city council meeting in Dearborn, Michigan.
You are a bigot. You are a racist. You are an Islamophobe.
We're a bunch of really progressive people. Thought it's amazing. Bring everyone in. Everyone's welcome. They got enough Muslim people in there where they could vote in a mayor. This guy says no more pride flag.
The Muslim mayor telling a Christian minister he was, quote, not welcome.
And although you live here, I want you to know as mayor, you're not welcome here. And the day you move out of the city will be the day that I launch a parade celebrating the fact that you moved out of the city.
They're inching towards what they would like, which is Sharia law. We were talking right before the show. Is it about Dearborn?
Dearborn, Michigan.
Outrage over comments at a city council meeting in Dearborn, Michigan.
You are a bigot. You are a racist. You are an Islamophobe.
We're a bunch of really progressive people. Thought it's amazing. Bring everyone in. Everyone's welcome. They got enough Muslim people in there where they could vote in a mayor. This.
It's not Islamophobic to be afraid of people who demonstrated the intent to kill us.
The Mediterranean diet is the world's healthiest diet.
Why do black people go to church so much?
I don't know. Free food, maybe?
No, because the priest is the only father they know. Was Jesus black?
Obviously, anyone who says otherwise is stupid.
Is it because he is our father and still hasn't come back yet? How are you a bro? You know that perverse speech is actually a sin? You had like 50 dicks in your mouth. Never lecture me about Why do black people go to church?
Islam has a problem with gays, democracy, bacon, dogs, music, Christmas, Hindus, Jews, Buddhists, Christians, women who show their hair, people who leave their religion, and even people who draw pictures of their prophet, who, by the way, married a 6-year-old. But if I have a problem with Islam, for some reason, I'm an Islamophobe.
Be honest, guys. He's got a point.
Islam has a problem with gays, democracy, bacon, dogs, music, Christmas, Hindus, Jews, Buddhists, Christians, women who show their hair, people who leave their religion, and even people who draw pictures of their prophet, who, by the way, married a 6-year-old. But if I
do not bring these foods home. Lucky Charms, Skittles, Chips Ahoy, Hidden Valley Ranch, Sweet Baby Ray's, Oreos, Cheez-Its, Doritos, Rice Krispie Treats, Nature Valley Bars, all the products I just showed you had one thing in common. They all signal bioengineered. And the scary part is they just started being transparent about these things in 2022. And
I pray you become so financially free.
Oh, nice.
Oh, look. Little baby P51 in there, huh?
That's the
Flying with the
granddaddy.
big dogs.
What the hell is wrong with you? I almost had it going.
Chill out. Just try this instead.
I don't know why it's taken until 2026 for people to realize they're still rubbing sticks to make fire. It's such a waste of time. Check this out. Everyone's switching to this 3-in-1 keychain now. This thing is a total game changer because as long as you don't lose it, it's literally going to last you 900 years. It lights up on the very first strike and doesn't care if it's windy or raining outside. It's built from a solid alloy so it can take a beating. It's super easy to carry, and it's perfect for whenever you're outdoors. I love that it's not just a bottle opener, but also a sleek keychain. So it's actually useful to have on.
They got a lot of nice girls.
What the hell?
I'm ready.
You get to get
Oh, this ought to be good.
Just put in your first and.
You see some of them guns are pretty good.
it just exploded. Ready for a shockwave? Here it comes. It fucking blew up. Holy shit. Boom. Holy shit.
Wow, what exploded?
Holy.
Here's
It just
shockwave.
exploded. Ready for a shockwave? Here it comes.
What exploded?
Yeah.
It fucking blew up.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, exploded.
Oh, that ain't too far from you. Is that your backyard?
We just decided to come to the house.
Wow.
I'm ready. Let me go. I can fly. Let me go. Pump up the wind out.
Oh, cool.
I get you hard, but that's about
The older I get, the more I think. You only get a minute, better live while you're in it, 'cause it's gone in a blink. And the older I get, the truer it is. It's the people you love, not the money and the stuff, that makes you rich.
Are you sure?
That's the truth.
You suck.
Throwback to Jim Carrey, absolutely.
You suck.
Not sure if you saw the news, but Fox News is claiming President Trump is declining in the polls. President Trump responded and says Fox News polls.
I'm glad, Morgan. Keep it up, my friend. That's scary, whatever that is.
I got you now. Okay. Okay. I got you now. Okay.
Americans have never, ever, ever, ever let their country down. Never. Never.
We are greater than the sum of our individual ambitions, and we remain more than a collection of red states and blue states.
But she gets it, and
Americans have never, ever, ever, ever let.
What the hell that was?
I'm your foamy urine, and drinking more water won't.
What the fuck are you looking at? Yeah, you. Were you deaf or something? You don't hear me?
Oh, I hear you fine.
Yeah? So get the fuck out of my car if you hear me fine.
Why? I didn't know it was your car. I'm having a good time here.
Motherfucker, I'm telling you, get the fuck out of my fucking car then. Shit, jump. Chill, man. I'm gonna cut your fucking door.
Maricela, su esposa. El momento que saliste del apartamento, ella estaba arriba con Carlos. Mira, amigo, están en la pipa fumando crema. Están en la cocina compartiendo un jumbo y después en tu misma cama, él se la va a meter por el culo. Y a ella la va a gustar en tu cama verde especial. What the fuck you know? Sande me vista y póngase el cuchillo donde merece. You still got time. There's a train coming the other way. You'll just catch it. You'll thank me in the morning.
You ain't right, man.
Oh, I'm right.
What the fuck are you looking at? Yeah, you. Were you deaf or something? You don't hear me?
Oh, I hear you.
This is
exactly why she can't stand him.
Why did it take you 3 hours to tell them to go home?
I don't believe it did. Oh, let me pull it out. I have to pull it out. So if you look at on January 5th, the day before, I said, please support our Capitol Police and law enforcement. They are truly on the side of our country. Stay peaceful. Stay peaceful. This was the day before, and this was in the form of Twitter. Now use Truth Social. I think it's far superior, okay? I hope everybody's like, what happened is they took it down. I don't know why. I think they took it down because it was so good. They didn't like it being up there. No violation. We want no violation. We want no violence. Remember, we are the party of law and order. Respect the law and our great men and women in blue. Thank you.
This is exactly why she can't stand him.
Why did it take you 3 hours to...
What the fuck?
What the fuck? That's scary. Okay. Whoa, hey, be throwing shit at me, buddy.
What kind of alternate reality am I in?
I'm kind of wondering myself.
Well, tell me the speed again, because the speed was banana.
Yeah, it's like 17,000 miles an hour.
Which
Or
is-
we'll call it like 25 times the speed of sound or thereabouts. Think of it like it's like 12 times faster than a bullet from an assault rifle. You know, bullet from an assault rifle is around Mach 2.
And it's just, and it's huge.
It'll be about 30 times faster than a bullet from a handgun.
30 times faster than a bullet from a handgun, and it's the size of a skyscraper.
Yes.
Well, tell me the speed again, because the speed was banana.
Yeah, it's like
The-
17,000 miles an hour.
At least that's
We'll call
launching
it
these
like
things at
25
Russia.
times the
That's
speed of sound or
screwed.
thereabouts. Think of it like it's like 12 times faster than a bullet.
Uh-oh. $235 yards. Not that bad.
Things I missed out on that still haunt me.
Waited too long to book a flight for vacation. Prices.
My kitty, it's my baby.
Shut your baby. Shut your baby.
What are you doing?
That was a coochie shot there.
What are you doing?
Hey, she's our baby, not a toy.
From April on, pets start shedding like crazy.
Man, I need
All
one
that
of
loose
these,
fur builds
man.
up, and if you don't brush it out, they end up licking it and getting hairballs.
What the hell we got here? Yeah, it looks like we got a little rocket ship shit going on here, buddy. What the hell? Scooter cage, man. They ain't doing shit.
No. Echo, what are you doing? Echo, easy. Echo.
I'm coming, baby. Whoa.
I have tested some of the most wild vehicles on.
I haven't seen nothing political here today. That's kind of weird.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right, whenever you are.
Ready? Mm-hmm.
Just timing, no power. You gotta give him credit. He was badass, man.
He was pretty bad.
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. We got lost. Jade and Nubin, let me hear the fucking control with the stupid video things. You know I'm not allowed to play with the videos. Damn. Anyway, welcome back, guys. No, I listened to Chuck Norris just recently, before he passed, actually talking about him and Bruce's friendship. Guy was like, well, why didn't y'all ever fight? And he said, well, we really couldn't. He said, other than in the movie. He's like, why? He said, because I was six-time world champion, professional fighter, and Bruce Lee wasn't a professional fighter. He said he never fought professionally. He said in the ring, he'd have been in fucking trouble. It's like, so it's not the same thing as when you have a movie and you get to stop and pause and move. He said, no. He said Bruce was badass. He said, but he'd never, it wasn't a professional fighter. And Bruce had actually said that himself. He said, I'm not a professional fighter. Because everybody always just thought he won the Kumite. One of the two of them actually did win it. It just wasn't Bruce. No, Bruce was badass. I don't want to take anything away from Bruce. Bruce's skills were legendary. It's just he was a legendary martial artist. He wasn't fighting professionally is much different than exhibition fights. It's just different. Because one, you're going to get hit. No matter how good you are, you're going to get hit. And Chuck Norris was infamous for kicking the living shit out of people. I mean, he was six-time world champion. He was just infamous for it.
Yeah, and he grew up in the streets of Hong Kong with the type of fights that if you don't win, you die.
Yeah. So it's
Seen,
just
Foot Fist Way with Danny
Hey,
McBride.
Colin.
It's a comedy called Foot Fist Way. It's really good. It's Kung Fu with Danny McBride.
Yeah, I've seen probably half the 2/3 of Kung Fu movies. I used to like to get really drunk and watch them. Matter of fact, that's the first time I ever seen drunken boxing.
Harley, Jackie, get over
Yeah,
there.
that's Jackie Chan.
Well,
He
no,
was
I
a-
did. That was later. I seen Jackie Chan later. This was some. You remember when I used to do the old dub Chinese movie? This was one of those kind of movies.
Yeah, Yeah, Jackie Chan was one of the first drunken boxers in the movies. He
actually
came out of the
had,
Chinese opera and mastered that like at an early age.
I actually had Jack Daniels last night, two
Jack's
big
great,
giant
man.
ones.
I'm
I
not
don't
allowed
drink
to
that
drink
often,
Jack.
but I enjoyed it. I like the taste of that Coke and Jack Daniels.
Well, Jack
good.
and Coke. I always love Jack and Coke with a shot of Jack inside, but I'm actually, my family and friends banned me from drinking it.
Yeah, it always
I
gives me
do it
heartburn
very
drinking that.
rarely.
They say
very
it makes
rarely.
Me, it makes me really friendly and really nice. Like I want to rip your head up, shove it up your asshole.
You'd think wine or something would be okay, like something like wine. That's good for your heart. But I rarely drink.
I believe
Makes
they say
me
it's
poop.
one liquor drink, 2 wines, and 1 beer a day is good. No more, no less.
That RSO oil, baby.
Yeah,
That's what
well,
you need.
I don't, I'll drink beer if we're out like canoeing or fishing something. I'll drink beer, but all beer doesn't make me pissed. Doesn't even give me a buzz. I was raised on hard liquor. I like hard liquor. I can sit there and drink whiskey sours like they're just fucking. Man, don't even get me started on White Russians. I like a double shot White Russian. I can drink them fuckers.
I love White Russians too.
No, didn't you know how I learned to drink White Russians, Steve? We used to go out, leave my house, right? Pull up
Rick
on the daiquiri
Sensible was
shop.
my insulin.
Yeah. Pull up at the daiquiri shop, get a 64-ounce White Russian. Comes with 5 shots of 151 in it, and I would have him add 3 shots of Everclear. Everclear is 190. So then you put it.
Yeah,
You didn't even
190
taste the
proof.
shit. The fucking daiquiri so big. So man, you're sipping on this daiquiri for like 3 hours. You're like, all of a sudden you're like,
Yeah,
fuck,
baby.
man.
Medicinal weed card.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Baby.
So what's that?
I
What's
am.
that?
I look really fat now.
What's how much?
Probation officer made me get it. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, I bet you did. So you didn't get your ass in jail.
I was like, "Are you gonna pee test?" He goes, "Get a card."
That's right. Get a
All I
card.
do is weed, so.
That's true though. Get a card.
I didn't expect that. So I got a card.
What's weed costing y'all down right now? What's a half ounce go?
Let me think on it for a second. I know, like on sale, a gram. This thing right here is a 1 gram vape of disposable. It was $30 on sale, and that's a 1 gram like vape hitting it.
God, man, you need to move. You're ripping you off down there in Florida.
Yeah.
Santos. He's like the South America dictator.
Yeah, I see that, man.
He's like imposing the will of the dictator. He gets a cut.
You got a thunderstorm going on down there, Jeff? Your window keeps lighting up.
I don't know. There's a TV Spinguli is on and the Raven with Bela Lugosi, so I'd play it in the background. The volume's not up.
So I got a thunderstorm. I hear lightning, and then your window's lighting up. So I'm thinking you're having a thunderstorm too.
The way to go though is the 1 gram
We haven't
RSO
seen-
oil. It's about $32.25 if you get it on sale, but 1 gram of that RSO oil in a syringe, and there's not a needle. So you can put a little strand on your finger on a peppermint, and it's the Rick Simpson oil that's supposed to help you with epilepsy and strength tumors and stuff. There's a lot of stuff about that, but now they sell it as just RSO oil, and it's condensed oil. And I swear, one little strand of it, it's like you don't need any other drug. I even had a painkiller recently, and then compared it to RSO oil, and it very similar to like a Vicodin. Like really. To me, it was very similar. And I'm a connoisseur of drugs, but so I know.
Yeah. What's it, Jimmy Lee? No, yeah, we had a pretty good discussion first 2 hours about Origins, and then somebody let me get hold to the button for the.
Yeah,
sword.
someone gave him a remote for YouTube.
No, no, some of the shorts are pretty good. Some of them are stupid. Some of them are funny. I think some of them Huskies, them Samoan Huskies. I think some of them are. I think some of them might be AI, man.
Maybe. I bet. Yeah, a couple of them actually were.
Well, I'm not swearing it was AI. I'm just saying I just had this feeling that it was AI. Well, I remember my kid. My kid was pretty smart, learned pretty fast. He was walking, talking, and shitting at 9 months. So, no, his first word was Sean, and his second word was Coke.
Okay.
Coke, actually.
Well, we got 10 minutes, Joe. We got 9 minutes now.
Oh man, I fired him. You didn't hear that? I thought you heard that. I fired him, man.
Oh, am I gone? Okay, I'll see you.
Not you, doofus ass. I fired them. You're not a them. When did you change your name to them?
Oh.
No, I said I fired them, man. It's no, actually, I'm not supposed to tell this to hosts because y'all aren't supposed to know this. The way the system actually runs, it runs concurrent side by side. We can actually have like 5 shows running at one time if we really want to. That just creates competition amongst the shows. That's all. That's why we don't do it. If we decide to expand the station, we might. Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's one of the nice. Hey. No, man. Somebody getting their ass kicked, what it sounds like to me. Why do Native Americans believe in extraterrestrials?
They didn't believe in extraterrestrials. They believed in the star people. That's what they call them.
Yeah. And I wouldn't call it a belief. It's more of its history for them. Yeah, no. Don't misunderstand. Yeah, they so that's verbal history they give down. Yeah, no, that's history for them. You make
same with the Aboriginals in Australia.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute.
Same thing with the Dogon. That's how they do their history. So for you it may be a belief, but for them it's history. And you have to stop to think how much of this history is real. Well, when you give information that way and it goes down from generation to generation to generation, you never know what little subtle things to what big things might get changed.
The story changes. Yeah, Johnny Carson years ago, I believe his audience, his live in studio audience was 502 human beings sat in the audience, and he had a mentalist. I don't know which one it was. One of those guys at Ben Spoons, and he took a piece of paper and he wrote like 2 sentences on it, and he showed the sentence to Johnny. He didn't show it to the TV audience, but to Johnny Carson.
Golly, baby.
And then he showed it. No, then he had the first person in the audience read it and memorize it. Then he folded it up, put it in his pocket, and that person had to whisper those sentences into the next guy's ear all the way across. And by the time it got from the first guy, where it was 2 sentences, and it was something stupid like, Johnny ran to the store, he saw Mary, and then he ran home. When you get to the other end of it, it's like this enormous paragraph where Johnny went to the store for a sexual tryst with Mary, and this, that, and the other thing happened. So the story went from 2 sentences to an elaborate story.
I know. It's just how it is.
Just in 30 minutes,
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why sometimes cops get bitchy about eyewitnesses, because you have 4 of them seeing the same crime at the same time and give you different accounts.
And all have seen different things. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just mind boggling sometimes. Marsha, where are you at? West Town. Where the hell's West Town? Europe. Well, I don't know. I must be saying it wrong. No. When I met Jeffrey, he actually had hair. Yeah. Stephanie Benetti made it fall out.
Very overrated. I don't really like it.
Stephanie made it fall out.
I try to do that albino powder look, like powder kind of thing. It just, overrated.
Yeah. What do you mean? Oh, you mean Lily White? Yeah. Do you mean like the color Lily White? Or do you mean the person Lily White? Well, we had a host named Lily White. That wasn't her real name. Her real name was Rita Ford. Somebody on Pal Talk.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a messenger.
I need to get back on there. I have it. I need to look. I'm on there.
Yeah. Well, we're going to start opening the room up now. I opened it up, the messenger part of it now, just to let people know, just so they'll start seeing the name up there. Chris. And my messenger, though, see, this is what's so weird for me. So I got 3 messengers hooked together from 3 personal pages now. And then it's really weird because, we were on YouTube, and then we were on Fire Chat, and then we were on, we were on AOC and all that other shit in between. AOC, sorry about that. AOL. And what was the other one? MRG or some shit, whatever it was called. MRIC or something. We won all of that, and then Pal Talk came along. Pal Talk gave you real control. Complete control of the room. And so we put the group there. We started doing stuff out of there. Pal Talk was a great thing, and we may start using it for questions again one of these days, if we can integrate it without it being a pain in the ass. Kirby, it's different. It's a little different, and I haven't used it in forever. other than for taking questions like these. And well, it'd be nice if we could take them in the room. Yeah, like take them and put them in here with us. Yeah, and let them ask questions and say, "What's your name, Pudding? Ask me again, and I'll tell you it's Shane." Yeah, Shane. Et loves all y'all. Yes, Et wants you to go home with peace, love, and light. Yes. The Gijax wants y'all to donate money to Sean. Yes, well, he wants to get married, so he needs a lot of money donated to him. Yeah, a couple $1,000, like, with 6 zeros at least. Yeah. Oh, and so I want y'all to write to Jeffrey. Jeffrey's got a special offer he has. This is really for hosts of the network, but if you're just nice people, you can write to him too. Jeffrey likes to be written to, and he's also looking for sexy mama type. So, but anyway, that's not what you're writing for. He's got a little special running right now on helping you if you happen to be a rumbler tumbler. Yeah. No, I recommend it. It works pretty good. Yeah. Well, I'm going to get into the details right now, but all I can say is if you have a Rumble page, a Rumble show, or a podcast there, he can help you increase yourself.
That's right.
Yes.
That didn't sound right, Jeff.
I know. It did sound a little shady. A little nasty.
Kind of sounds like Viagra for video hits.
That didn't sound right at all, dude.
Basically, if you need my email, it's mabusincarnate@gmail.com. That's MABUS incarnate, like incarnate. I'll spell it again. MABUSINCARNATE@gmail.com.
Jeanette, he could be like your spiritual Rumble guide, yes, for a fee now.
I can get real traffic to your Rumble video. I help Thomas Reed, Augie Nost, Darcy Weir.
You pervert.
People.
She said, "Can you get real traffic to?" And I can't repeat the rest of it, even on this show. I shouldn't be saying that.
Friday, we're gonna do OnlyFans here tonight. We're gonna narrate it Jack Nicholson style. Bang a little beaver. That's right. Joe's got a beaver right now in his hand. Look
It's
at
a furry
it.
one, man. It's a furry one. No,
That's
Jack.
Lola. Ain't no
Yeah,
beaver.
Kelly,
Yeah.
some sativa oil.
Who's my favorite? What? I know you know make no sense. You speak English. Yeah. My favorite is Gustav. English, buddy, English.
I have a medicinal card.
Why the Europeans so ignorant when it comes to America? You'd have to ask the Europeans. I would say it was their media. I wouldn't say it was the Europeans.
If you watched any of the World Cup footage, news footage, almost, and it was surprising that an Englishman said it, but and in the first video, so they asked that question, and the Englishman said, "It's our propaganda. They told us that America is terrible. It's falling apart. And all the cities are crime." So it's their propaganda. They don't want people. They don't want their countrymen to leave for America because it's better than their own country, and they know that.
Hey, is a sports event happening right now? Because where I work at before it's news, traffic's like real weird low. Is there something happening right now?
Not as far as I know. I think all that's over.
The only big thing sports this weekend is tomorrow. Well, today was some demonstration races in Washington D.C. in front of the White House and time trials for tomorrow's car race. It's a Monte Carlo type race in the city.
Check out before it's news. It's a Trump glory hole. You'll love it there.
You old Trump lover. That's where you go, people.
I need to write Trump.
No, I didn't vote for Trump. Jeffrey did vote for Trump, though. All three
Twice.
times. No, 3 times. He did it all 3 times.
Oh, 3 times. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why he voted for him. Jeffrey hates him, but he still voted
the
for him.
Impaler for president.
Ooh, I come for you, big hugger boy.
Via the Necronomicon. That's my secret.
So
fetish.
what happens is if you get in the same room with Trump, he uses his alien eyes on you, and then you become a loyal Trump supporter.
I just know, watch the lettuces and the blueberries, whatever's going on with whoever's supposed to be checking this stuff. We'll be lucky if we live past the freaking winter.
Man,
Like
look, the
everything's
last-
like infected.
The last 10 years, or actually, but the last 14 years. I mean, every time you turn around, we got some kind of lettuce problem. We got some blueberry problem. we
Fired
got some
everybody
chicken
because
problem.
he's looting the
Oh,
place.
man, no, this was going
Basically,
on.
They're
No,
not
no, no.
checking the produce.
This started back with Obama, man. You can't blame this on Trump. Get the hell out of here with that.
Fired
This has
them.
been
There's
going
an
on for a long
epidemic of
time.
A list of things being recalled though right now. That's terrifying.
Yeah, but that's not anything new. Under Joe Biden, there was every week there was some new recall for something. And a difference is with Trump, at least you hear about us, all of them. Sometimes they don't tell you. Biden had this thing about not always putting out the
Is
truth.
Trump banging that blonde chick that's with him now? It looks like his daughter.
No, he don't have she's at home and raising her two kids, man. She's raising his two
Oh, they
kids.
started the other show.
Yeah, did she they no, that she's got her own kids. She's got her own rich old man. She don't need Trump's money.
Yes.
She got yeah.
They can all kiss my grits.
I want to see who's going to be his new spokesperson.
I'll bet you it'll be another cute blonde or
What is
brunette.
up with Elon Musk? Every time I see him, it's like, is he a Nazi robot? That's like
No, Elon is an alien trying to get home,
like
Jeffrey.
a Nazi
If
robot.
you haven't figured that out, shame on you, buddy.
World War II.
Do you know how much he's contributed to the comfort of your life right now?
No, he's about to
A
kill us
lot.
all.
No, he's not going to kill us
No.
all. He might save us all. He ain't going to be the one that kills us.
I know he did a Nazi salute for some dumb reason.
Oh, get out of here, man. So you have one salute you're talking about? Every
That's it. You wanna do
every
fascist
Democrat
versus
from
commies? You want to do fascists versus commies right now?
so you know what they did, right? They took every leader, every Democratic world leader, all the way back to JFK. All of them do that salute. Every one of them. And not one didn't do it. Every one of them did it. That's why I couldn't even believe they said anything. I was like, and just that year, the same year they're bitching about him, there's 5 other Democrats out there.
Hate 'em
Kamala
all.
Harris did that to the whole crowd when she was speaking. She's
We're like
you
at the
can't.
point of the dinosaurs. The asteroid's coming, and we all see
So
it.
you have to ask yourself
Hey, guys,
a question.
Joe, I gotta go. Okay,
All right,
I
get
gotta
out of
go.
here. I know you gotta go get some babies.
All right,
And,
bye-bye.
Be good.
Bye,
sweetie.
Jeff. Bye, Jay.
See you, Sean.
Here.
Thanks for popping in.
Man, I think I want an ice cream, man.
I just had a DQ Blizzard about an hour ago.
A peanut butter and banana sandwich. That was good. I'd do that.
Oh man, Elvis has returned, baby. Elvis has returned. What's that, Carly? Jeff, give me your email again. Somebody just asked me for it.
Mabisincarnate.com. I'll spell it M as in monkey, A as in apple,
It's an ass.
B, I almost said ants, but I didn't. BUSINCARNATE
Bastard, ugly loser.
gmail.com, or on Facebook, Reverend Jeffrey Pritchett. You can find me there.
Hey, Google, what is my name?
Reverend Jeffrey Pritchett. But
Admiral of the Universe.
I don't work
Yes.
for free, buddy. I'm not
Yeah.
expensive though, but I work for product.
Alexa gets aggravated when I make her call me master all the time. She's like,
I work
yes,
for
master.
I work for weed vapes.
Weed vape. She can't admit that when we're on air, dude. For that, they're gonna come get you. What's that, Jimmy Lee?
Colleen
Actually,
Benson,
no.
the one that wants to marry me.
Colleen would just kick your ass, but you better leave her alone. She's put up with some bullshit. I've been knowing Colleen. Ooh, God, man. Colleen goes way back, even before you, man. She's been around for a while. Yeah, yeah. She was an evil one. She was their favorite on Naked Admin Friday. They loved her. Yeah. But yeah, you didn't know. I thought you knew that. So, but man, for like 15 years, the UFO Alien Phenomena group Friday was Naked Admin Friday. You had to host Naked.
Yep.
That was the thing.
Why do you think Sean had the pole installed in his studio?
Yeah, it was long. It was all back when it was good looking, though, so it wasn't as horrible as it is now.
Yeah.
Oh, me and Jay Friday on Church of Mabus Radio. You can go to churchofmabusradio.com. They go to Facebook. JJ Flowers, this lady from, I think, Inner Traditions about dog afterlife. That's right.
Oh, cool.
Life for your dog.
That ought to be weird. Strange, different. No, Jack, we're getting ready to get out of here. We got 1 minute. Yeah, we're already 5 minutes over where we should be.
Food. I'm gonna die.
What?
Need a taco.
I am gonna probably do a science and beyond probably in the next month or so. Just to go over like some of the Elon stuff, some of the other new sciences China's working on. Just there's a lot of new stuff out there. A lot of earth-shattering, way-changing our world. And I mean, Elon wants to put up 100,000 satellites around our planet. Every time I hear him talk lately, I think Drax. So
And he's like, what? He's 120th of the way there or something like that already?
Well, he's got 11,000 of them.
Oh, so he's 1/10. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought he had
so,
20,000.
No, he's got
Hey, Google,
1,000.
how many
That
Starlink
person is-
satellites are in the air?
If you go to Facebook,
10,370.
Reverend Jeffrey Pritchett or mabusincarnate@gmail.com, I can hook you up with
Hey,
some
Google, stop.
serious-
Yeah, 11,000.
some serious boosting. I'm about to bounce my bank account Monday, so get a hold of me.
Get hold to him.
That's right. I'm a mess. That's right. Live, we're gonna have a black kitty.
You're counting. I was in the crystal not being naked.
This is Charlotte. She loves me for some reason, but
All right, who's in here farting, man?
I swear
One of
I
your
heard
chow
a
chow
fart
chihuahuas
earlier.
is in there.
I heard a fart earlier. It was funny one
That was
time.
Lola.
he was a co-host on
Probably
my
was,
show,
I think.
and Blake Downing, the Juggalo Sasquatcher, heard a fart on the air, and he goes, "Somebody ripped a fart live on air." And Beazle was like, "It's my chair."
Whatever happened to the dolphin guy?
The who?
The dolphin guy. The guy who was having sex with the dolphins.
That guy is sick. His name was Malcolm Brenner. I had him on the show because he made love to a dolphin on LSD, and I thought he was on Howard Stern, which he may have been, or someone like that was on Howard Stern. But anyway, it turned out Malcolm Brenner during the show out of nowhere goes, "Well, I banged my dog last night." So we all freaked out. We were already freaked out about the dolphin, but we were just trying to be funny about it. I was like, "You give the dolphin pillow talk," but out of nowhere, he just starts about banging his dog. So we had to throw him off air. He blogged about me and Guy Weddle. Now I swear he's on Amazon. He writes weird Native American books. Malcolm Brenner, creepiest dog banger ever. Creepy. Creeps me out.
It was insanity. It was insanity. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get out of here. Y'all be sure to come check out Jeffrey on Friday night in Church of Maves. I see y'all gave him a nice boost last week. So they had a good jump this week. No, we're out of here. I'm off until Wednesday, buddy. Yeah, I'm chilling. I am guesting tomorrow. I can't tell you who because it's not going to be broadcasted live. So yeah, sorry. No, it's actually two different shows I'm doing for another network. Well, their network will get plugged when it goes live, yeah, but not until it's on. And on that note, good night. Go check out the show right behind us right here. Yes.
Don't whistle at night.
Yes, don't whistle at night. Go check it out. No, the guys are cool. They're fun to listen to. But we gotta go.
Don and Darren Yazzie.
Yeah. So y'all give them a little extra boost tonight since we ran into their time a little bit, and we'll see y'all on Wednesday. So have the good rest of the weekend, people. Enjoy yourself. Have some fun. Slap some butt.
Listen to the children of the
Yes.
night.
Eat
Listen
some
to the beautiful music they make.
I say eat chocolate is what I say. Good night, everybody. You freakers.
Good night.